What? Are you ready yet, Chocks?
Yeah. I'm ready all my life.
That's what I like to hear. Alrighty. Get that ready. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Alrighty, I'm going to start recording. Not yet. You don't seem to be very ready. You haven't pinned anything yet. You can do all of that later.
Yeah, I've done that. Sorry.
Just done that. Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
Ready?
Start recording.
Is this all right?
Yeah. Oh no, that's not all right.
That's not all right.
Well, we just put it like that. Start recording. Like that. Crack that open. Boom! What is going on, guys? This is Alex from First and Figures.
Hey everyone, this is Chuckles.
Welcome to Friday Q&A with Chocks today, number 107. It is the 15th of February 2019. Good morning, America. Good afternoon, EU. Good evening, Asia. What is going on, Australia? Thanks very much for being up for this. How have you guys been? I hope you had a good one. Of course, yesterday, Chocks, was the day of love.
Yeah.
Now, what were you doing apart from denying lots of people? Did you get a lot of PMs, Chocks?
Not many this year.
Oh, really?
Because I think they got the picture. I've been denying the other 364 days of the year, so I guess I think they'll figure it out on the Valentine's Day.
Absolutely. What's going on, guys? How you guys been? Let us know. How did you spend your Valentine's Day? Love to hear all your messages of love. Were you nice and romantic? Did you get your significant other a little something special? Chocolates, roses, any of that sort of good stuff. What's going on, Shane? How you guys doing today? We've got Marc-Andre Bousquet, Bousquet, maybe. How you guys doing? What's going on, Jacqueline Belmont? Sean Burke in the house. MJP in the house. Nana Say is hanging out in VR world. What's going on, Chris Kim? Patrick Munchberg. Was ist los? Cassie B, I hope you get representation of the FRF is love top and you win that bingo. You get it every single time. Chelsea Harris, I've seen you have a very different kind of collection. I see you got the Spire, you got the Crasher, then you got Snake. I like it. I like it a lot. MJP's got himself some abuse this Valentine's Day. Hey, what's new? What's new, MJP?
What happened? I thought I had a really wonderful weekend.
Absolutely.
Birthday weekend last week.
Kimberly says, if your fiance got himself a DBZ, why don't you hint some stuff about that Alphonse? I know you've been eyeing googly all eyes on that Alphonse. What's going on, Aiden? Blackett. Justine and Lorin, sometimes that's all you need. A little bit of body warmth, get you through the day. It's, quite frankly, one of the best kind of Valentine's Day presents that I know about. What's going on?
Ooh.
Shane Marshall's been preparing his missus for the imminent arrival of Snake. Is how you going to get out the doghouse for something like that?
That extra big box of chocolate.
The extra big kind. That's what you should be doing. Sort of dazzle her with all these things like roses and stuff. And just when she's looking at those, just sneak in Snake in his box, but of course. And there you go. Into your collection. Has anyone ever tried to do that before, where you've actually tried to sneak in something and be like, oh no, it's always been there, and then not realizing, your significant other not actually realizing that actually it's a new thing that's only been there? Have you?
I don't need to, but I have mates that do.
They do that, yeah. Like, it's always been there, yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, it's sort of like if it's
variance.
Yeah. So it's like if it's something small, because he lives in a flat, right? So
Right.
it's really easy to know that someone's...
They don't have the space.
they
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
have the space, right? So it's really
Right.
obvious. So what he normally does, cheers.
Yes.
What he normally does is that if it's something's very small, he'll go inside the house, and then before he closes the door, he leaves the figure outside, the bag outside, because outside his door there's one of those gates, those sliding.
Right.
Like,
Do you want his apartment? Yeah.
His apartment.
Right.
So it
Okay.
has a sliding
Yeah.
door, so his toys will be between the door itself and the actual gate. The
Right.
metal-
Okay. Yeah.
metal
Yeah.
gate,
So there's a little bit of a gap there.
Yeah, there's a little gap there, so it's
Right.
great for something small.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Who leaves that there?
Huh?
He puts it there.
He puts it there. So in the morning, he goes out to work before she does. So he wakes up early, opens the door, grabs that in, and puts it in whatever, he hides it because she's still in bed, right?
Oh wait, so he goes in first and leaves
He
it
goes in
outside.
first, leaves it outside.
But because it's nice, so no one can nick it.
Yeah,
because
so
it's right in the middle.
if she's
Yeah.
in the house, she won't know that he brought stuff back. Right? So he just leaves that, and it's because it's so small, and you can always put a hidden. You can always put a
Because she's still sleeping.
in the morning.
Because she's sleeping in the morning, and of course she's obviously awake as he comes in from night.
That's one method. Or for you guys, like,
I like
for
it.
you guys, if you're picking
Oh,
up,
that
if
is
you got
sweet.
some pre-orders coming in, all you have to say is that I pre-ordered that before I met you, or I pre-ordered that about a year ago before I met you. So like anything that you pre-ordered
They'll
before.
be like, but I've known you for like 10 years. But yeah, you know, first figures.
I've been waiting for
It takes
10
so
years.
long.
Yeah, exactly. So, or you
They
can always
take
just
so
say
long.
it's a gift from my friend. My friend calls me up beforehand and they say, "Hey, Chocks, when the missus come out, just tell her that it's a gift from me." I'm like, "All right then."
Absolutely, and just in case there are some. First of all, do we have any FRF Friday Q&A with Chocks and A virgins in the house? I'd like to pop a cherry a week. If we don't, though, but maybe you haven't been in the club for so long, because, you know, obviously the club is jumping every day, kind of, whatever. But the point I'm saying is, if I say something that I'm referencing from a year ago, it's a lot of chances that you're not going to have known about it if you've someone who's only joined in the last year. Now, who here remembers the dude who I sorted out?
Hey, what? The dude you
The dude I sorted out.
Which, you always sort somebody out.
But this one was special sorting out. Does anybody remember this? Does anybody remember how I sorted out this guy? I get a PM, as I get PMs, right? And
This is kind of like trippy.
it's trippy, yeah.
It's like-
we're gonna talk about that in a
we'll talk
minute,
about
yeah.
that.
But I got a private message, a direct message, and it's like the long and the short of it was he's in a bit of trouble with the missus, and can I tell him? Can I basically can First of Figures email him and congratulate him on winning the product in a competition or as a raffle?
Yeah. So he asked you to write him a letter.
So
right?
I got Phil to write him a letter, which is basically, "Oh, congratulations, you won
I
this."
thought that was a while back.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is, because the club has always got stuff, you're not going to know about that.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if you were OG and you were there when you saw that
We'll
post,
backdate it for you guys.
right? So the question is, Aiden Blackhead's popping that cherry. I like it. Ryan, don't even pretend I see that. No. So I got a load of people when I did that, when I showed that post, that they're all DMing go, "Is it seriously? Is that a service that you can offer? I'd totally pay for it." Neo D remembers it. He's, of course, if you watch any of his videos on YouTube, go check him out. Collection Neo. The boy is very, very, very educated in all things FRF. He knows that we've been jumping from day one to from zero hour signature editions. Where it's at right now, he's like, "Boy, stick to it.
Yeah, make your mind.
Choose it." I saw what he was saying when we were praising, when he was praising the sun. He was certainly
Stop
not.
complaining.
He was not
Stop
praising.
complaining you don't have enough space. Get rid of that bigger stuff.
He was not praising the fact that we do not know how to stick to our guns on naming things. That's for showsies. For showsies. MJPs, can I have an email, please? You wait until you see Mario and Yoshi. You're gonna need it, MJP.
Yeah.
Especially because I know you're gonna make sure each one of your Bowsers is gonna need a companion.
Each one of your Marios as well.
Exactly.
Looking Marios.
Exactly. So, Indeedy, how have you guys been? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. What have you guys been going on? What is up, Britt Edwards? Thanks very much for repping, and I liked it. It was a tank top, right?
Yeah.
Hadn't seen that style before. Very, very nice.
Tank top with the nice multicolored.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Speaking of which, Chocks, let's talk about it. Today, we are repping.
Today, it's like going to your optician. Guys, can you read from the top row?
Absolutely, right, and it gets smaller and smaller. Right. When you're doing
eye test.
an eye test.
Yeah.
So, what can we see? Can you guys see anything on here? Of course, there are all the things that you got to find along the word searches all along here, right? We have the FRF logo here. Now, right at the very, very top, we've helped you out. We've given you the first one. FRF is love. Boom. Can you see anything else without obviously looking at this? Is there anything that you can spot? Let us know in the comments if you spot anything. Oh, Chris Kim. He knows what's up.
Yeah?
Yeah, he spotted it.
Where does that go?
Let me find it. There you go. He knows what's up. Yeah. Brit's got it. Yeah. OCC. There you go. Right well. There you go.
My screen.
Look, FRF is love. Well, obviously, it's already there.
It's highlighted with a blue.
Absolutely, that one's there. The F. What is? I see. What the fuck is there? A WTF? There must be a WTF or something like that.
WTF?
Yeah.
No WTF. Or is it just random?
Yeah, probably just random.
Hope there's no dirty words in
there. John, Fabian, quite often do. Absolutely. So, definitely it has been it's been a full week back, Chocks. It's been a full week back. It's gone really, really quickly.
Really quick.
Really, really quickly.
I remember last year, Chinese New Year.
Philip knows what's up. FRFTE.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's definitely on there.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
The total is, let me see, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 in there, not including FRF is love. Not including FRF is love.
Yeah, it is. FRF is love. 18.
Standing? Including it. Oh, you see memes.
What, WTF is in the middle? What are you talking about?
There you go. Erasmus knows what's up. WTF is in the middle. Hey!
Really?
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah!
So there really is 18 in there then.
There is 18, yeah.
Not including. Is denied on there?
Is a what?
Denied.
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 No.
It's denied.
Maybe another shirt design for that one.
I think that makes a lot of sense. I think that makes sense.
Did you guys make this one just have an excuse to stare at people's chests?
Absolutely. So, what's that sound?
It's outside, isn't it?
I hope so.
Yeah, it sounds like it's from outside. Sounds like some sort of big, massive truck.
Yeah.
It's one of those pumps.
Right, okay. Like sewage and stuff, yeah?
Sewage pumps.
Nice! That's what I want to be thinking about, right? That's what I want to be thinking about there. So.
Hey, Michael Light.
Michael Light? How is it? He must be back in Ausland, yeah?
February.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost. I was pretty much about to leave Hong Kong.
Already gone, la?
Is he? Already gone?
I don't even see him on here. He's just joined. He hasn't said anything.
Just joined,
yeah. For showsies. So, how close is the boat with various suits to the UK? Did various suits go to the UK? I know it didn't go for the US.
Guys, check out the schedule shipping calendar on our website. Yeah. So. Yeah.
But it's not
on the boat, UK.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, if you look at the February on the shipping calendar,
nice.
the batch 1 of Varia suit is heading on the boat to EU and UK.
End of Feb.
Yeah.
I like it.
End of Feb. And then the batch 2 is in the end of April.
Nana, mate, feel free to look as much as you want, yo. So, that's what's coming on Danio. It's not too far away. Fortunately, its Varia suit has really passed her test going to Australia for the vast majority.
Great.
Phil always shits himself whenever we do anything with a big shipment. And he was pleasantly surprised with Spyro overall. Of course, we had breakages, we had issues.
Yeah, Spyro's
but
been pretty good.
As a percentage, it's been under its threshold. Now, of course, you have those that go. Oh, as I say, we allow for about 3 to 4%. You know, first figures, right, for tolerance, not for for replacements and breakages. So it's really to do with how many you produce. So of course, when you're talking about 1,000 units, which in fact Spyro is more, that's already 30 to 40 that we're expecting or have already prepared those replacements for them. And then you have those that are significantly higher than that. And then you have those such as good examples of those would be like with off the top of my head, AMI replacement discs. There was Artorias plumes, Sif rubs, and Lady Kirby. I think four.
Kirby, yeah.
I would say probably only 4 off the top of my head that's literally gone beyond, and I think that's okay overall in terms of, hey, if it was happening every time, we would slowly go from first 4 figures to first 3 figures, first 2 figures to first 2 figures to first 1 figures to first no figures, because there's only so many hits that one can take, and you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Is that fat?
Is it?
But then that's Paps. Absolutely.
Oh dear.
And you know, so it's definitely something that's. And I'm happy that Varia Suit seems to be doing well, at least for the shipment that's gone to Australia. It seems to be most people are happy with their Samus, and which is great. And has he gone to Canada? Not yet.
No, I don't think so. Since yesterday and today, literally tons and tons of people have been receiving their snakes, their Crash, and the Sonic Boom 8 stuff.
Sure, we'll go through all of that for sure. For sure. All right, let's kick off with those notices, Chocks.
Yes, right, guys. So we made a post yesterday. We made an announcement that unfortunately the Snake SD has been pushed back.
Whoopsies! And we'll talk about that while we go into more detail, more depth about what's going on here about that.
All right. Okay. As always, 3 out of 3 so far.
Good luck, Sandy, for the next week.
Yeah.
Speech is struggling already.
Well, 4 out of 3, which is it's 4 designs out of 3 weeks.
Yeah,
so
well, FRF logo.
Yeah, so we're still on track. So at least, so after the stream, this will be available on Redbubble. So we just got to flip that switch, and then everything will be there. You know, notebooks, tote bags, mugs, shirts, vests, hoodies. Yep. So this is play words. So basically, there's 18 keywords at the bottom, and then they're all in there. It works. There's no.
I saw the pre-final design, so
yeah. So Sandy spent quite a lot of time making sure that all the words are there. So yeah, we've play tested it as well, so it's all on there as well. Yep. Definitely. Good. So right, Torch. It's been a while. We got hit up by the guys over at Torch saying that 3 rings from the Dark Souls range have been basically reopened.
Nice.
Yeah. So extra sizes added. Those guys over there have heard the cries out there. You guys asked for larger sizes.
Non-Asian hands.
Yeah, non-Asian hands. That's it. Extra large sizes. So I think in total there's 8 or 9 sizes for each ring. I've made a post on that on the main page and it's shared in the club as well. So check the partnerships page on our website. So those pre-orders are open for a whole month up until the 15th of March. And yeah, so if you're missing out some of those rings, do check it out. And for the other rings, we'll just have to see the boys and girls over at Torch Talks and see how they want to deal with that. So if they
plenty more to come.
Plenty more to come. Yeah. And right, Banjo and Kazooie. Final, last chance.
Last chance weekend.
Yeah, last chance. Last chance, no more. So once that pre-order closes, it's instantly waitlist. So guys, if you're still on the fence, make sure you jump on it because you can have up to 12 months flexi payment plans. For those guys that just want to go on the wait list later, no problem. We do offer payment plans for those guys as well if you do get your pre-order converted. So good luck to those guys on wait lists. And yeah, so much appreciate those guys that sponsored, those the guys that supported the Banjo and Kazooie.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, some guys like the new changes, some guys don't like the new changes. Hey, that's there's no right or wrong. So hopefully you guys really love the new updates. We went through quite a lot of stuff to go through the approvals, and the Rare guys have been very supportive of the whole situation. So yeah.
So shout out to Paolo Bueno. He wants to know what's happened to the recaps on the Q&As on the website, and the answer is we stopped doing it to force your ass to come on the actual stream. Actually, that's not quite what we said. The reason is because first of all, Debeatus does an amazing job of doing the recaps. Maybe he's gonna have a little bit more difficulty because you know he's busy with Toy Fair this week. But what I would say is that we weren't. It took a lot of effort for us to do it, and we weren't seeing that enough eyeballs on it. If that makes sense, Chocks.
Yeah, because by the time, I guess by the time it gets posted on a Wednesday, I think you guys would have gathered all the information beforehand, and yeah, so it's on hold for now. Who knows when we have more writers? Who knows in the future when we have more content to put on our new website? Hopefully we could bring that back in to the picture. I
can absolutely say though, do check out GamerToyNews.com if you haven't checked them out. Go and check it out, bookmark that stuff, because every week, as I said, he does do the recaps.
Yeah, he does a great job of that.
Does an amazing job of that, and you know it's absolutely go and like his Facebook page, go onto his website and bookmark that. So for sure, Z's.
Right, Meta Ridley. Pre-orders are open until the 22nd of February. So that's what, just a little over a week, I believe. Next Friday, pretty much, yeah. Next Friday is the 22nd of February, so one more week for Meta Ridley pre-orders. And then, depending on the numbers, if it reaches the edition size, then fine, we'll close it or put it onto waitlist. If not, the pre-orders will extend until further notice.
What's going on, Larissa?
Right. Last but not least, Berserk Guts, Warp Star Kirby, Psycho Mantis, Spyro PBC, Alphonse, Martial Law, Phoenix Wright, Shovel Knight Player 2, Dark Souls Mimic, and Conquer. Pre-orders are still open.
Perfect.
Perfect 10, is it?
It's a perfect 10.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's right. So pre-orders for those items are still available. Do check out the website, the documentaries, the videos. If you are new to the stream or new to F4F, so there's no excuse to say that, oh, the pre-orders is closed. So hopefully there's something for everyone there. There's quite a lot of mixture of different franchises.
Absolutely.
Yeah, some anime as well.
What's up, Chris? What's up, Marie? Right. We can review. Are you ready for that, Chocks?
I am.
What's up, Colin? Alright, let's talk about this. First of all, I am not pleased with the Kanako.
Why? Why don't you just wait until Kanako's on the stream?
She knows what's up.
Really?
She knows what's up. So, I have not been pleased from this Friday, from last Saturday. No, Sunday. Sunday, Kanako and I had a bit of a, how do I say it? A reflection on why is it that I have to find out from a gaijin, which if you don't know is a word of foreigner in Japanese, and in case you don't know, she is Japanese, to find out that there is something called black. Have you heard of it? It's called black, and what it is chewing gum, and you know I just do a lot of chewing gum on the stream, but it has caffeine in it. And I'm like, that sounds the most amazing thing ever, because I'm chewing this chewing gum because sometimes, like, let's say I go to China, right? I go to China at I don't know, I get up at 7 o'clock in the morning to go to China, and I'm in China all day, and I come back and I come to do this stream, and yeah, you think the stream finishes at 1:30, but Chocks and I, you know, especially if it's a launch, we don't get home until around about 5 a.m. And that's no joke, that's no BS. Almost 24 hours I'm up, and I use that chewing gum, especially during the streams or throughout the streams, just to give me a bit of a boosty boost in terms of making sure I don't fall asleep on the stream, to which I have yawned my way through one or two of them. But that was when I came back from the US.
Yeah.
Right? Had I known about black, that would have solved all my problems. So I was like, Kanako? It's like, hi, Nani? I was like, how is it I'm finding about black from Ryan, who's been telling me about how amazing it is? How is it that he's telling me? She goes, black. Oh, Balaku. I'm like, yeah, that. So, for Valentine's Day, I got like a ton of these things.
I've never heard of it.
Full of caffeine. 2 of those is like
as well.
It's like hitting all the things
It's made for you.
Out of the park. Out of the park.
Hey, Lottie. Is it Lottie? I don't know. Just called Lotte. Hit us up.
Hit us up. I'll be repping that. You want to try some?
No, not yet. Yeah, I'll try some later.
Yeah.
Look at that. How fancy. Look at that. It's a red button.
And and then you can see they give you like little bits of...
Is that a notepad?
They give you that instead of what I do, instead of like, just chuck it in there. Yeah. You know what Japanese thing was like. Yeah, I know.
Guys, look at that.
It's black.
It's glossy black.
It is. Well, go on then, pop them.
No, I'll have one later.
I won't go to sleep tonight.
I can still sleep, no matter what. No matter how many Red Bulls, I can still sleep.
That's true.
Kind of off-coloured black. It's not as black as this, the tub.
No. Was it not?
Where did you get it from?
City Super.
All right, I might. Well, if it's good, I might. Did it have any other? Did it have the sugar one?
So
was it all sugar?
Kanako gave me this. Sugar ones.
It's a bit. So Alex is this is your snack review, right?
That's my snack review. Look, so I got a comment for like
comment what?
Yeah, like the fact that I've been married for 15 years,
right.
or at least known her for 15 years, and
that she's sending you all these snacks.
Where is it, Ryan? She knew she'd messed up, so she had to get me some of that.
What the hell? What's those?
It's just like, it's probably like smaller ones.
Oh, like smaller packs.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Are you gonna like shit out black turd or something? Because all that stuff you're eating, it's coloured dye, right?
I get the reasoning for that sentence. I'm just still giving you the.
Oh, it's called black, clear drowsiness gum.
There you go. Is that what it actually says? Clear drowsiness gum. There you go. Because I've never heard of it. Have you heard of any chewing gum that has
ginkgo leaf extract? Has
anybody else heard of any chewing gum that has caffeine in it?
And actually, you get quite a lot in here. There's a lot in there.
Yeah.
They don't skimp on it.
No, that's cool.
I'm gonna put it in like grind it up into powder.
What, and then snort it?
Come on, where's gonna be Red Bull? Come on, make some chewing gum.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Near D, you've seen it before, right? Chew it well, Alex. You know, when you got this many inside of it, you know, I'm a little bit more, how's the word? A little bit more free with how often I chew. Like, oh, 5, I'm done. Right, next.
So how long you been on it? You've been on it for a week.
No, I got it on Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Boom, here it is. It's like, well, I forgive you. I give you kiss. Chelsea, how else do you get it in the States? But yeah, don't get Kinder eggs though, do ya? Do you know that?
What?
They don't get Kinder eggs.
Where? In the States?
Yeah.
Don't they?
No. Illegal.
Illegal?
Illegal.
Why's that?
Of course you can buy Berettas and bazookas and stuff, but you can't buy Kinder eggs.
Stupid, isn't it? Have you seen those big, massive Kinder eggs? Big
Kinder eggs States. What's that all about? Let me see. They're illegal to import into the US in 2000.
It's legal in Canada and Mexico,
but not in the States. Why?
Right. Hey Cambo, I dare Chock to try Wild Tiger energy drink. You can see sound and taste colour after one.
We want to try that out, right? I know that when we were at New York Comic Con, we had Arizona iced tea, right?
Mm.
And they had the energy version of it, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And you were like, whatever, and you necked
yeah.
it, and you were like,
yeah, it didn't do anything. Yeah.
Was Wild Tiger? I gotta try that out. Yeah, it's because of the toy inside the egg for some reason.
Because of the toy.
Yeah. They're worried that people might unknowingly choke on the object. So you eat the Kinder egg, right?
Yeah, but it's the toy's inside this the yellow clamshell thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But you might neck the clamshell as well, because if you
come
go like that, you go all in one.
Jeez. I'm trying to read these comments.
Yeah, I know, it's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're all trying to figure out all the stuff in the shirts. Have you guys found it all yet? Right, I'm going to read them really, really quickly one time and see if there's anything you're missing. Alright, here we go. Alex Chuckles, memes, game, FF is love, Sunday fun day, F for fam, F for teehee, F for F OCC, feeding frenzy, reward points, validate, collector, countdown, day oneer, poll, giveaway, F for F is life. Good luck, bon chance. Wow, look at that. Wild tigers given to military troops to stay awake.
Interesting.
There's cry and fap and what the fuck.
There's cry.
I like it. So, going back to Valentine's Day. Kanako got some nice roses.
Okay.
But the most ridiculous thing is when I bought the roses online, the checkout option only allowed me to use like bank transfer or like check or PayPal, right? Or just like, all right, PayPal, but with credit card. I was like, okay. Then when I tried to go into it, it would not let me add my own credit card on it because it's the company one, right? It's on my. I don't have a personal one; it's a company one. But I thought you could at least add your credit card and then do it via that. But I couldn't do it, or I didn't. It was taking too long, so I just basically paid for it by the company, right? And so I bought this, and Kanako deals with like expenses and stuff like that. Well, this is a reversal of the expense, right? Because I actually paid for it by the company, but I got to pay the company back. But then she now knows how much it costs. And then Phil goes, I found out today it was Valentine's Day. I was like, obviously Phil's very romantic, right? But he finds out because Brenda tells him, who also has access to the PayPal account, that Alex bought flowers for Kanako. Oh shit, it's Valentine's Day. I'm like, yes, Phil, it is. So
he forgot as well.
So Brenda knew that I'd bought it because she has access to the PayPal account. And then when he found out how much, he was like, damn! It's like, well, I did get some nice black, so I better get her something nice back.
Hold on, but yeah, so you received it on the day, right? I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
And you received
I had actually already bought it for her.
Ah, right.
Because I received it at 12 o'clock. She looked at me, and I looked at her.
12 midday.
Yeah. And at 12 midnight.
Midnight.
Yeah, right. So 13th going into the 14th.
Right.
She looked at me, I looked at her. We looked at each other. I was like, happy anniversary. What? It's not even an anniversary, right? I then said, obviously, I knew it was Valentine's Day. I just forgot that I just didn't realize it was 12 o'clock that time. And then she gave me those black, but I'd already got her those roses at the time.
But they're not going to be like delivered until like
the next day.
The next day, yeah.
Right. To which I got a phone call, and to one listen to the fact that I didn't speak any Canto. He said, "Oh God," trying to figure out is this the correct address. It's like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So, that is Valentine's Day here. Did you hear any romantic talks amongst those who are couples in the office? Did you hear anything? Any whispers?
I don't think there was that kind of Valentine's.
So what is Valentine's in Hong Kong?
Like, there weren't that many Valentines. It wasn't what it is in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
I mean, you do see quite a lot of. It's like normally when you go out, normally when you go out, you don't really see many couples holding hands or like stuff like that. You don't pay attention.
Public display of affection.
Yeah. You don't pay attention and
right.
You don't really aware of it. But on Valentine's Day, all of a sudden they all come out.
Okay.
On the street with flowers and stuff, and then usually you get your couples. Then you usually get boys or men in groups of threes. I don't know why. There's always like 3 guys hanging out.
What? 3?
Right. Yeah, some odd numbers like 3 or 5.
Right.
Whatever it is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Go on.
And then usually you see single girls out on the street.
Isn't that just like normal?
No. It's you pay. You're more aware on Valentine's Day, and you hear like loads of weird stories like, oh yeah, flowers get delivered to the office, but sometimes it's the girls that order the flowers
for themselves to make
to make it seem like, oh yeah, I got a lot of admirers,
and that they're trying to attract anybody in the office.
Well,
our office is getting bigger now in terms of more and more people.
No, there's no Valentine's vibe in the office.
No. It's because every day is full of love. Every day is full of love for working here, right?
Yeah, exactly. They're all loved out, all spent out of love. So
because they love their work so much, right?
Yeah, that's what.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, not much. Yeah, not much.
Indeed. Do you have any staff in relationships with other staff? Chocks?
Staff with other staff? Officially or unofficially? Nah, just kidding. I don't think there is. I don't think there are.
Of course they bloody aren't.
Yeah.
Let's see. They're all like married and stuff.
That don't mean anything. Nah, there's no staff between staff.
Well, I love Ting, but he doesn't love me. I love Ting.
He doesn't. He's quite reserved.
I love Ting so much.
What else? Nah, not a lot. No Valentine's vibe. But we did have like conversations and stuff. Oh, yeah, did you guys get flowers? Who got flowers? What
and did they get flowers?
Did they? No, I don't think so. No.
So Valentine's not particularly big like most Western.
Because it's quite expensive. I guess it's the same everywhere else. You know, they bump up the prices of the flowers. All the restaurants are expensive, and yeah, why focus on one particular day? You could spend that every day.
Absolutely.
What
is this?
What?
Who the hell is this Hans Holtz dude? Can you find out who he is and bloody get rid? What the hell is he doing? Can you just have a look what the hell this is going? Where is he?
Where?
I can't. Unfortunately, this is like not working here. And
where's it from?
I don't know. What is it?
Which channel? YouTube.
We have no right. Off onto YouTube and boot this guy. I don't know what the hell he's saying. Gorm Bennett. We need some addies on there as well.
Who's on YouTube?
What's he saying? Let me see what he's got to say for himself.
Oh my god. Very political.
What a... Get rid of that knobhead. Boot him out. Remove his ass. Jesus. Come on, Bennett.
Is it gone?
Remove that boy.
Oh, it's deleting. It's just deleting the messages.
I just deletes it all, yeah? Judgment day is near, our Lord Jesus will judge
Hide
you.
user on this
Jesus. It's not just hide him, just block his ass. Go on, Bennett. Can we get... You guys should have been like peeing us. Like there's a nutcase on the channel. Can you... remove his ass?
No, that's just remove comment.
Put user in timeout forever. You do that forever.
It's hidden and also timed out for
300 seconds. Go on, Bennett. Oh, so Cassie B is represented. Can I get an admin in here? Fair dues, fair dues. Thanks, Cassie. Sorry, we just sort of didn't see that. Low. You can't block people on YouTube. Jesus.
All I could do is just hide their comments, right?
And hide the user from the channel, maybe.
There's no option though. Hide user on the channel, so I can only hide them.
Alright, well, if he's hidden, then I guess it doesn't make any... It's the same thing, isn't it? I guess it's the same thing. Alright, back to normal services has resumed. Let us talk about something. Now, I'm going to talk about this more at the TT time. Chucks, I've got a lot of talk about the TT.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll come back to that, because that's part of the week in review. Gordon Bennett, you've not heard that before. So, oh, it doesn't, Jason. God, he's saying that it doesn't hide this nutcase from everybody.
Eh, really?
Apparently not. Isn't it the perfect time for a sneak? Asked Mitch Q. You know, quick. So, let us talk about.
Alright, nice one, Damien. The hype unpacking the traditional cardboard box to the card and the piece was amazing for his exclusive Artori SSD.
That is awesome. The exclusive Artoris, yeah, it's a nice little package. I've got to say, I'm really happy how that sort of turned out.
Yeah, how he made the rest follow. That is in like the shipper box, brown box,
yeah,
and then the premium box down to the collector's box. Yeah,
it's like boxes within boxes, but all like nicely labeled and all that sort of stuff. It's a nice little thing. Thanks, Jason. So, in terms of the week in review, there was something I want to talk about. So, obviously, yesterday I announced that last Friday we obviously said, yeah, this Friday is Snake SD. And the timing would have actually been alright, because Snake OG resin is now in a lot of collectors' hands, although I believe next week there'll probably be even more. So, you know, is it delayed a week? Is that a problem? Not really. I mean, either or, to be honest with you. But what it does highlight is that we are barely, unsuccessfully treading water. Now, treading water, you know what that is, Chocks? Yeah, it's like doggy paddling with your head above water. But every now and then, we dip below, and then we come back up. Most of the time, we've got a head above water, but we dip below. But the problem is, we never seem to get out of the water. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I'm really, really clear in saying
kind of like
that...
semi-drowning.
Yeah, you know, basically, death over a long period of time.
Walking on water. Walking on air, basically.
See you later, Brown. Right. We need to get out of the water. Now, what do I mean by that? The problem is this. we are tired of getting mashed by the licensor because we didn't give. Actually, you know, it's not even just that. What we used to do is have the most amazing turnaround of getting things approved for marketing material by not submitting it. And we got a bit in trouble with that. So recently, we've definitely been submitting it. And most of the time, we just about barely get it out in time, right? But there has been, and it really depends on which licensor as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Those that are
case by case
scenario. Of course, I'll give you an example. With Rad, they came out with comments, but it's almost like we're in real time communication because there's a bit of overlap. The UK and Hong Kong, there's a bit of overlap with the timing on that, but it's a little bit more challenging when you're dealing with licensors that are when our contacts in the US and then they have to go back to Japan, and Konami was quite right to say we're not giving them enough time to, and that's on us. It's 100% on us not being able whatsoever to have things not go wrong and have a buffer. We do not. If something goes wrong, we have no backup plan because we're juggling things. And you ask me what's next, and the people are going, "Hey, why haven't you updated the pre-order calendar?" I would if I could, but I can't because I don't even know what's going on, and that's the problem. The problem is we do not have enough resources to do anything other than tread water. We can keep our head above the water line, and that's what we've been doing since 2016, since this team started getting bigger and bigger. As we're doing more and more projects, we can't seem, and I think it's also highlighted by Chinese New Year as well. I don't know if that's another reason or whatever. I think that also helps a lot. I think that helps as well. Yeah, so I think that's a reason as well, because obviously the week beforehand we had a 2-day weekend, so you had a 2-day week, the Monday and then the Friday. So what happened was Monday we submitted it and Konami came back with comments during the week. Well, in fact, the next day they were very, very quick with the comments. But Ting was away until that Friday, and thank God he was even there on that Friday because he could have. A lot of other people took the day off. So on that Friday, we had the comments that they'd given us, but we were going live. Anyways, the point being is, Chinese New Year really exacerbates. We could have done it no problem had there been no Chinese New Year, but that's again, Chocks, just what's happening all the time. We never seem to be able to get our head above water. It's always, and we talked about this quite extensively. It's not something that's unknown to us. It was just really exacerbated by the fact of Chinese New Year. So we're thinking, how do we do it? And you know, Chocks, with your game development, you came up with a suggestion.
Oh, my turn, yeah.
So you know, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we always, how do I call it? Very, very, very ad hoc. I mean, even in the game industry, sometimes it can be ad hoc, but obviously you have like different systems, you know, like waterfall systems or whatever it is, yeah. And you know, with more and more licenses, with more and more projects, there's only so much resources that, you know, we kind of like doing one thing at a time, and we're trying to release more products, try and get more, you know, more projects on. And you know, we need like teams. We need to really have bigger teams because right now, because relatively, it's kind of like a one. I mean, okay, we have marketing team, design team, video editing team, CS team, IT team, whatever. With team, but it's kind of like a one-man band team, right?
Aye. So, a whole department of one. What is it? Army of two, yeah.
Army of two. That's a good game. That's a good game. It's all right. Yeah, it's great. It's a good game. So yeah, I mean, definitely, you know, we know our weaknesses. We know our strengths. We know we can overcome our weaknesses. Big step is making sure that we have enough office space, slowly moving into getting more staff. You know, we need to start thinking things, couple of projects ahead, having more team members within the teams themselves, working on different projects.
Right, that's the key thing. It's not just that we got to think ahead. We know that we're not that we should be working on multiple projects. The problem is the department of one can only do one thing, right? Which is work on one project. So as you were saying to me, you're saying, Alex, look, because obviously, so just so you have a bit of an understanding of what goes on here, it used to be a lot that, why is that mic raised? Is it broken or something?
Is it broken?
I don't know. A lot
chipped.
No, it's just the angle catching it. You see that?
Yeah,
a bit raised,
yeah. It's like that.
One of the things that I've become a lot less involved with the actual launch, which is highlighting of CHOCKS taking over that and working with the relevant departments. So working with Sandy to get those pictures done, working with Ting to get those videos done, working with the licensors to get those approved, all that sort of stuff. And then, you know, working with the web team, make sure that's all up and ready. Working with the marketing guys, with Cheggy, put your Cheggy hat on.
I pray every single day that no one gets sick.
Right.
Yeah, holiday? What's one of those?
And then I come along, and then obviously you say, hey, Alex, come and do the video. Let's do the video of making of documentary. And then, of course, it's Friday Q&A, and then bada bing, bada boom, right? The problem is, CHOCKS is saying to me, okay, he'll come to me and he'll say, hey, what are we launching next? I'm like, yeah, sure. We're going let's go SD. I want to have these projects announced and done by these dates. And when I first try to give you deadlines for that, you come back and you'll say, okay. Or sometimes you'll come back and you'll
come back and say that.
Yeah. And then what you'll do is you're that.
Oh yeah, there's a CRY?
Yeah, CRY right there.
Oh my god, yeah.
That's what you do. Yeah. And what you'll do is you'll cry and say the team are worried that they can't get it done to hit those deadlines.
We've been very, very lucky for the past 2 years.
Right.
There's only so much luck we can have. I mean, obviously I would love to continue having luck, but we need to grasp this in our hand and take control and say, you know what, even if shit falls, we still got other boats to keep us afloat, you know, sailing, keep that moving. So rather than saying, oh, hit and hope kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you said that to me, and then it was exacerbated by the fact that I had to go whoopsies post, like, oh look, egg on Alex's face again. Oh, that's quite normal, to be honest with you. But obviously I'd rather I didn't. It just really highlights that we need to do something about this, and we'll maintain it. And as you said, if no one's ill and there's no Chinese New Year and all that sort of stuff, we'll be able to get by and do the 1 every 2 to 3 weeks. But we've got to get to the point that we do 1 every 2 weeks without fail. And then we got to get to so that's 26 a year. That's what we're pushing for. And then we got to go to 1 every 4 weeks. So what I mean by that is we want to get to 20 to 36 in a year. This is what we've got to go for. This is what we've got to get the resources now to get us there. And I want to get to that pace by August. I want to get at that pace by August for 1 every 2 weeks. Now we did it for about 6 months, no joke, right? We did it for about 6 months, and then
is it that long?
I think so.
As in like the
1 every 2 weeks. Yeah, we
sometimes when you keep on doing that, you just don't count.
Right. I mean, to be clear, we launched about 15 and a half pre-orders in 17, right? In 2017, 15 and a half. And 19 and a half in 2018, or was it 18 now? One of those. And the half, of course, I'm counting that as snake because, as you know, it was so good we launched it twice.
3 times, isn't it? 3 or 4 times, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So 1 on either side, right? And then it's clear to me that we don't have the resources to really hit that right now, and we've got to get to that point where, and as you said, from your game experiences, actually you have the team working on game 1 is a different team that's working on game 2, so you have simultaneous games making. What examples can you have on that? Probably a good example would be I don't know, BioWare working on Anthem and Mass Effect as an example, or any company that has 2 dual teams or teams of whatever size working on different projects at the same time. What you don't have is them all working on one game and then waiting for the and then Anyways, the point being is we need another Tim to do the videos. We need another Sandy to do the pictures. We need another CHOCKS. We have Cheggy, right? As an example, we need another. So there needs to be more than one per team for at least the front end. Now, I'm not talking about the support side. Right now, the support. If you look at Brenda and Phil, I sort of only look at how is the CS responses in terms of are people waiting a long time. 2 to 3 days I think is reasonable for something that is as small as us, right? Then it's really about getting those. I'm not worried about the support because that's reactive. If the factory does an amazing job and our QC team does an amazing job, we don't even need Phil, right? Because everything is super smooth, and you need Brenda because people are like our payment and whatever, right? But Phil is just there for reactive, for CS, both as a breakage, X, Y, and Z. Oh, I forgot my, you didn't crash backdrop and like, stupid mistakes like that. That's for Phil to deal with, right? If we don't need another Phil, that's great because that implies that we're kicking ass with regards to the production. However, one thing is for sure, we're trying to go and hit 26 a year, the pace of 1 every 2 weeks. Then we're trying to get to 36 a year. Okay, so we need to have. We're never going to get to the point where we have stuff in hand, and that's a problem. That is a problem, and there's been more than a few occasions to hit that pace, Chocks. We have made things gone a little bit too quick. Put things too, like we don't want too many products to go in a same franchise at the same time. We want to space that out for people's wallets to consider.
Sure.
But sometimes we don't have a choice because we don't have anything to launch and we want to do every 2 weeks, right? So that is a problem that we face. And now it's talking about having more than one person per team. So this week, there is quite a few things that we've had some interviews with. The first thing we want to look at was another graphic artist. Is that right, Charles?
Yeah.
Okay. So I put out an advertisement for a graphic artist, and we had quite a bunch of people advertising. Submitting their portfolios, and we had a couple of interviews. And the first one arrived on Monday.
Thursday, wasn't it?
No, Monday.
Monday. Oh yeah,
Monday, right?
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
And when I saw his portfolio, I looked at it and I go, you know what? He doesn't really. When I first saw it, I said, he doesn't really have that much. He has like artistic skills, like graphic artist stuff, but he doesn't really have anything like packaging or, specifically packaging experience which is what we were sort of really looking for, and maybe a bit of booth design and stuff like that. It was a little bit, generally he had some skills, of course, but I looked through his portfolio and I said, you know what? This guy's actually going to be better suited for project management, which is Buffy and Chris. So you've got Buffy and Chris, and they are working with all the artists, and we sort of all creatively look together, and they're sort of pushing the artists to get it ready, and they're project managing those projects, and that's what they're sort of handling. And I looked at this guy and said, you know what, you'd probably be better doing that. He also had quite a lot of creative, because he was actually working more in film work. So 3D films he's been working in, and character concepts. And I thought, you know what, he'd probably be quite good at like designing plush. He's never done it before, but I'd like to see what he could do with that. But I'm thinking this guy would actually, instead of being a graphic artist, would be actually project manager. And of course that involves another set of skills. So you can't just be good at drawing, you actually have to be quite managing things, which is, a skill that you might not necessarily have as an artist, right? Then we had 2 interviews on Thursday. And quite funny, one of them was your mate from 10 years. I mean, wait a second, you're only 16. You were working when you were 6. From what, 10?
I don't know. You saw that timeline. It was like...
whatever. Yeah. No, forget about that. But I'm just saying, it's quite a small world, because this guy came in and Chuck's like, hey! And he was like, hey! I was like, hey! I was like, hey!
Usually you would say, "Hey, Chocks, check this potential interviewee."
No, I don't bother anymore. I pass it over to Sandy now.
I was like,
that's on her plate.
Familiar face.
But you would never even known.
No more.
You would have never even known, even from the name, because it would have been.
Yeah,
like you wouldn't, I wouldn't even show you the name. I would just sort of like you wouldn't even like
I would
briefly.
look at it. I briefly look at the previous history.
There's a long list to look down.
That's quite long.
Well, you only looked at it afterwards because you saw that he walked. You were like, oh my god, I know that guy.
Yeah, because you showed me afterwards.
Yeah, no, I know. And then but what I'm saying is, if I just put it in front of you, like I used to do before Sandy took over that, right? You probably wouldn't have spotted that.
Well, the name first of all, the name would ring a bell. I
thought you said it's a different name though, like he used.
He uses his Chinese name
exactly.
That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah. If it's just based on a name, I wouldn't have known.
Right.
But I looked at further down. Obviously, I would look at the history.
Right.
If I saw the, then
I
would recognize. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, maybe I would have just. Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, so he walked in. That was quite funny, right?
Yeah.
So, were you quite surprised? Yeah.
I was. Yeah, I would guess so. Yeah.
Because you haven't seen him since then, right?
I haven't seen him since then.
So you haven't really kept in touch, yeah. So all of that good stuff in terms of interviews and stuff like that, Sandy's been really focused on that. And with something like this, we've had it before where I think maybe we mentioned it before. We had someone who interviewed relatively okay. In retrospect, we didn't push hard enough at the interview stage. Had a pretty decent portfolio. But when it came to the practical thing, it was quite slow and not at the quality that we needed it to be. So that was quite tough for, I think I might have mentioned it, so I had to basically fire him. Or let him go, I should say, because fire implies something he's done wrong, I guess. But let him go during his probation after sort of like a week and a half. And that was kind of weird because I've never actually had much interaction with this guy. Now that Sandy's handling that, she came to me and said, Alex, I don't think that he's going to get to where he needs to be, or I don't, etc., etc. So interesting.
Doesn't kind of follow the ideals that we want.
Right. So now for the interviewees that come in, they have to do a art test, which is, hey, this is a product that we've got coming up. How would you razzle dazzle this up? So how would you create? I want to see your artistic take on how you would, because you see the beautiful work that we've got Sylvie. So she's joined us now. And that was quite nice because Sylvie and Sandy have known each other when they were together. What was it, Hot Toys, right? They knew each other from then, and it was about 4 or 5 years ago they were working together. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
4 or 5 years ago, and then now they, so that I knew straight away. Obviously, with obviously Hot Toys sort of background, they didn't need to. Obviously, they worked together, and she recommended her and all that sort of stuff. She didn't need to do an art test, and of course, she slotted in. Boom, does an amazing job, fitted right in.
Yeah, picked up really quick.
No problem, right? That's not a problem. The new guys that we obviously don't have much experience, or who we don't know, or don't have any, have to then do this art test to see how would you razzle dazzle it up. So that's what we're getting in. So I'm kind of, what's the word? Quite. How do I say it? Generous with it. You get an interview. You get an interview, and you get an interview. Why? Because Sandy deals with it, and at the end of the day, they do the art test at home, they submit it, and we see it, and we compare. And we've had a few submissions already. And so anyways, going back to the whole idea of having the own team, we already do have 2 people in the development of, we do already have 2 people in the graphic artists team, as I said, both Sandy and Sylvie. The problem is that it's not just launches that they need to deal with, they also have to deal with the fact that we have ECCC coming along, the exhibitions, and things like t-shirts every week, all these sort of different things. So that's why we wanted to have the 3rd person as part of that team. So I feel we're 3 people at least, and we have quite a robust, we will have a robust graphic artist team. Then we come to the problem with Ting, who, as you know, does amazing work, but we need to get ahead of ourselves, and we need him to be working on project A while the other person works on project B. Now, I can't begin to tell you how... Oh,
What?
Campbell and his brothers.
Oh,
Do you remember his
yeah.
amazing. You know, you're absolutely right. I need a concept artist for the statues. I know where to go, my friend. So, the reality is, with Ting doing all of the work, he needs to just do his section, and the other one needs to do his other section. When I put out the advertisement for a video editor, the wording I'd used was wrong, because a lot of people that submitted it was showing that they had Premiere, Adobe Premiere and Final Cut Pro, these kinds of experience, whereas many more like video directing, like, oh, wedding photo video and stitching that together and stuff like that. But no, I'm watching this wedding video going, that's nice, but when's the fucking aliens gonna come in and land and like start shooting shit up and stuff? But you know, that's what we're talking about, After Effects. So the whole, there's two branches right here, and I know we got Uncle Scabs is in the house, and he's amazing at the post-processing thing. So Uncle Scabs, you know, I know that your missus is from Hong Kong. Come over to Hong Kong and you can, boom, right there, you can fit in lovely in the company and be working on all of those videos. That'll be totally up your street. But anyway, so I'm saying, so actually what I had to do was, maybe my terminology was wrong. I'm not looking for a video editor. I'm looking for, and Ting said, you need to be looking for a motion graphics artist. Or a, you know, that was, or even a 3D animator or something like that, who has that sort of, where the focus is not on Final Cut Pro and stitching stuff together and color grading, all that sort of stuff. It's much more about the effects, people going on fire and, you know, whatever it may be. So that is definitely something that really hit home to me, that we needed to really get more stuff. Get more staff, I should say, to be able to handle more stuff. So, you know, that's sort of where we're at. Who else do we say we need in the team?
Production side?
Yeah, that's right, production side. So we need a production planner and another production Charles, who is going to be handling more the PVC side of things. So now that Chinese New Year is wrapping up in China,
yeah,
sort of, I think it's getting to the point now. Next week, people are already back.
Yeah, next week.
Wednesday,
some
Saturday.
Some office workers are back already today.
Right.
But you know, they come back to the factories in batches. So end of next week is kind of like the first wave, second wave, and then yeah. So hopefully we'll go a couple more weeks from now. Hopefully things will be back at full speed. You know, we can reschedule shipments. We can start painting more samples. You know, the painters. You know,
right.
Get those statues in production.
Right. So Jean Bethencourt, the answer to that is no plans for now. Perhaps send job openings to film and game schools. The problem is, Neffy, there is a distinct lack of talent that is not being cultured. What I mean by that is, you know, go to the US, you go to the UK, you have these places where you really kind of go into those design schools that you quite find a lot of different jobs in those sort of things, whereas Hong Kong is really few. You don't have
there's no games.
There's no game school. Yeah. You have SCAD, but they're not really. I've heard it's really quite a bad.
Never even heard of it.
I've heard it's not very, very good. It's a Savannah course, and it's really, the pool is really, really small. So I think a lot of people kind of do it from a passion rather than they've come out of a kind of like a design school. So that's the problem with Hong Kong. You know, Hong Kong is amazing for a lot of things, you know, merchandising, working with China and all that sort of stuff, and finance and you know, support staff and working and trading with China. That's what they do day in, day out. But creative stuff and all that sort of, actually quite
appalling.
Yeah, but having said that, there's only it's a tiny country. I mean, not even a country. You know what I mean? It's not even.
You know, they try to, like, you know, have the, you know, the kind of like.
It's hard to be a professional in these fields. That's the problem.
Yeah, they created like a technology building at Aberdeen or something. I can't remember the name. And it's like government sponsored. You can apply for a loan, to set up your own, you know, technology company or whatever it is. But people take that loan and spend it somewhere else. Yeah,
I totally understand. Hey, Colin, you get good with that mud box. Go make me some Claymore. You know what's up, mate. So, definitely, Neffy, I appreciate that, but I can't begin to tell you how high the cost of living in Hong Kong is, that if you're not someone who's local, it's quite a culture shock as well. So it's kind of difficult for people to come and over here without that sort of. It's not the whole idea of just sort of moving to Hong Kong. It's really not for any kind of low end position. It's got to be a really high end position. There's no way that that we would invest in spending the kind of money and resources that you need to fly someone over and have them in a sort of like a package where they've never been in Hong Kong before, unless it was a super high-end position, sort of management, that sort of stuff. Because it's obviously doesn't matter. A person is a person, doesn't matter what level they're at. So if they're just being flown in just to be really sort of entry level position in the company, I wouldn't invest in the sort of flying over and accommodation and all that sort of stuff. So, as I said, that would only be really sort of like C-suite stuff, C-suite kind of things.
It'd be the other way around. It'd be like flying staff over to the West, pick up some skills, and then come back. That kind of stuff.
And a lot of the things is, I've worked a lot of remotely for a lot of my career with a lot of the different artists and all that sort of stuff. Of course, we were just a 3-man band at the back in the day, so. Working remotely is not something that we're strangers to. It's something we've been working on before in the past. And I'm just trying to get more efficient where now that we have Buffy and Chris, we've now got a new guy called Stephen who's been really fantastic. And I want to get Declan involved. I want to get all our 3D artists that we work with, concept artists and all that sort of stuff. So it's kind of hard to manage that. There's something like 7 or 8 people there, right there, Chocks. If you look, so is that...
2D, 3Ds, yeah?
Yeah. There's freelancing. There's at least 10 people working remotely in the 3D and when I say, well, we obviously got Buffy and Chris and Declan, they will all be based here. And that's kind of important because I can just sort of walk over there any time. Well, I'm trying to get to the point where I don't have to do that, where I can kind of get it all more online, if that makes sense, because I don't want to always feel like I have to go over there to discuss. I want to be able to see it and sort of give an over plan. So a lot of this week I've been looking at collaboration tools and how we can all brainstorm together. So if you have any ideas on what collab tools that you've ever used, specifically for design that you think might be good for figurine development, I'd love to hear what you have to say about that. I've done a lot of research already and I kind of know which direction I'm going. But if you guys know of something, I would love to hear that. What's up, Mark? He's looking for some Jet Black news, and I can tell you that he was going to be earlier, but he's not anymore because we couldn't. I would love to have Team B working on Jet Black whilst Team A is working on that, and that's the problem. It should have been, but it's not. IT glue. What's IT glue? Is IT glue like there's a ton of resources for like making websites and apps, tons of those, right? Tracking bugs, but not really for kind of more visual based stuff. And no, at least I don't think so. Not as good as it could be. Alrighty, so we spent quite a lot of time on that. Let's talk a bit about the sneak peeks. The first one is Amy Rose posted it.
What was it now? 200 something?
What do you think, Chocks?
Could be better.
Kickstarter program again.
Could be better.
Right. The other one was Dracula, which did better. as an example, right? So let's have a look at the both of them, right? Let's have a little comparison. And don't get me wrong, there are representatives who are repping those who are pushing, and I appreciate those guys who are pushing for it.
The poll.
Not the poll.
The Amy, yeah.
Yeah, right. So here we go, Amy, and there's, and I appreciate that. Elaine Kennedy, for example, right? It got 241 and 161 comments from two people.
She's on the stream.
Is she?
Yeah, Elaine. Yeah.
Nice. And thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. And then if you compare it to Dracula.
Victor goes, "You did it months late."
Did what months later?
I guess the Amy poll.
The Amy poll?
The Amy sneak. Is that right,
Should
Victor?
make any difference. So, if I do, and I always tell you guys that I'm always checking about the temperature in the club about certain products. So if I look at Amy, I see 241 likes from February the 12th. Which is, and it's it's really 12 a.m. So it's more like Monday night, right? Mm-hmm. It's Monday, and it's Friday, and it's 241. And I look at Dracula, which has not even been 1 hour yet, and not 1 day, and that's 254. So I'm a little bit, man. But I do appreciate those who've been pushing for it. I'm just a little bit disappointed. No joke. No. I'm not going to hide it. A little bit disappointed in that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, guys. I mean, to get to that point, to get for that sneak picture of Amy,
it's pretty much done.
Yeah, we spent time on that, and we discussed quite a few different concepts, didn't we?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we did do something, but it's no joke. We did spend time.
Oh, sure, of course we have. And the problem is, and that's why I'm thinking before, I was like, okay, don't bother with the Kickstarter thing for Yakuza. But then I was thinking, I don't want to really do it for this either. I want to do it for anything. I don't want to feel like I have to, but... And Victor's like, ooh, move that a little bit down. Move that a little bit... Mate, I'm not worried about that right now. I'm worried about how many likes there are. So... So... That was that. Now, I have a question. What do you think about Dracula? There's a sneak peek, obviously, I've done that, of Dracula in the club.
Yeah, side profile.
Yeah. What do you think about, I was thinking, Chocks, the X to come with an alt head, black hair.
That Dracula should have launched back in, was it October, November?
Yeah, we got some movement on there now.
Yeah, that's good. Good.
What do you think about doing an alternate hair with black hair? As a sort of nod towards the old... Netflix. What do you guys think about that? You got any Dracula fans in the house? Any Castlevania fans in the house? Here's the guy who had it. You try that with me, and then he. Victor, why can't... The reason, if you look at the TT for Amy, it was really low, 500. That's the point.
Yeah.
Although the thing is, though, to be clear, he doesn't look like the Dracula from the anime. It looks like, obviously, you know what, the design of Dracula's already been done. Excuse me, and it's kind of like an amalgamation. Just like Alucard wasn't exactly the same as the art of Koji's art. Kojima's art, right? It was. So it's not like that. It's. And the same thing, like Dracula's not exactly the same. so you could almost like say it's just like a representation of Dracula, and the same sort of style as Alucard, but as a kind of like as an alternate head. Obviously, the OG one, standard version, will absolutely have the grey white hair that he has from the artwork that it's represented by, to have a black version. Just like a kind of like a little nod towards it, because you know you can choose which one you want to do. So I mean, it's just something to think about. Cole Campbell, have a look at the picture and you'll see that the artwork, he's very snooty. He's not supposed to be looking menacing and aggressive. He is...
That's his other form, isn't it?
He is the champion vampire. He doesn't need to be all aggressive. How is my TT doing? How is it doing? You can look at that any time. You can look at fref.xyz and it will tell you that. Let's have a look.
How's my TT doing? Colin.
Yeah. Oh, Colin.
Type Colin.
Rally. Oh, you can't rally the fans, but rally the fans in spirit. Dear. 279 yeses to 365 noes.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no one's bumping that up.
Hmm. Brendan, you know, you think it might look a bit weird. I can show you in PM. I can show you in the Addy chat. Alrighty. Let's talk about Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
Why? What happened on Wednesday?
Think about it.
There's a lot of things go through my mind.
What happened on Wednesday?
What happened on Wednesday?
You tell me.
I don't know.
What were you doing? What was I doing on Wednesday?
What we were doing together.
I'm just generally asking, what do you think happened on Wednesday? What do you remember happened on
I
Wednesday?
can't remember what I had yesterday. Never mind Wednesday.
Britt wants to know, when are we going to meet Peggy? Can you get your checky hat on, please?
Need to borrow some hair from Nito. Yeah, where's your hairpiece?
Absolutely. Ronald Jacobs, we showed Mario and Yoshi, my friend. You missed it. So what did we do?
What did we do?
Well, I didn't do anything here. Do you remember why?
Oh yeah, you were. Yeah, I remember where you were.
Right.
Yeah.
I was not in the office.
Yeah, I
is
know.
the way.
Yeah,
now you
fun.
remember.
You were having fun.
I was not having fun. I was doing research. I was doing research.
Yeah, having fun was just cherry on the top. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was, I went to take the kids to see How to Train Your Dragon 3. The two eldest kids.
I was like, geez, whoa.
to see how to Train Your Dragon 3, which, you know, how do I say it? I was looking at it from a FRF point of view. I'm going,
yeah.
that would be great.
It's like playing
That would be great.
From a tester's point of view, yeah.
That would be great, and that would certainly be great, and that's an LSB that's being shouted out to bloody, you know, that's an LSB and a GSB right there.
Really?
Well, you know, and that would be a TF. Oh, we can SD that bad boy. Wait a second, they're already SD'd. Right, and I was looking at it like that, and I'm just really, if I was going to break the film cherry.
Yeah, as you know, we do games and anime only. That would be a first.
That would absolutely be the one to break the cherry. What do you reckon, guys? Would you like to see TF Toothless?
Did the kids enjoy it?
Yep.
Both of them?
Harvey much more than Harvey seen 1 and 2. Elizabeth hasn't. And Elizabeth was like, not enough princesses. I was like, okay.
Really?
Daddy, no princess.
Oh my god.
Not enough princesses.
I can imagine Elizabeth.
Right. So, absolutely. So the whole idea of seeing light up, there's light up Toothless and stuff when he's doing all this sort of stuff. So I'm gonna really look into it. Look into that. It'll be interesting. Yeah. Did you see the Frozen 2?
Oh no. Haven't seen the trailer yet.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. And? Good.
And Anna's got a different hairstyle.
Oh, okay.
Chana's hasn't seen it yet.
All right.
You see it.
She wants the same hairstyle.
Right. Christian, that's all I'm saying. I'm not calling it an anime. I'm saying it's a film. So I'm just to break the film. I'm not categorizing it as an anime. Distinctly not categorizing it that. Toothless SD. Yeah, there's a lot of sort of things that we could sort of do. So
not gonna make a poll out of it.
What do you have done?
Would we? You sure? Oh.
Well, I did a general
question. It's just a question.
It was a general dragons poll, right?
Yeah, I remember.
Do you remember that? Yeah,
I remember that one.
Let's see. I said here,
Kung Fu Panda. Oh.
Don't add any anime or games. I want to know only just the Bob, right? Yeah.
How's it doing?
So, click on that. Toothless is at the top at 674. Followed quite distinctly second is Small.
Small.
Then Game of Thrones, Mushu, Maleficent. But yeah, Toothless was right at the top. Who's a Spyro fan that's also a Toothless fan? Who's a Toothless fan that's not a Spyro fan? Who's a Spyro fan who's not a Toothless fan? I'd like to see if there's correlation, because if most people who like Spyro also like Toothless, I want that. Cole Campbell, you know that the first dragon has been Spyro. So VQ likes both. Shinigami likes Spyro, likes Toothless, not Spyro. So Brit Edwards likes both. Chelsea likes both.
Large Django on
both.
On YouTube,
so Martin likes Toothless, yeah. Django Large, yeah. He's
Django Large, yeah.
Spyro and Toothless fan, yeah. Nice. I see them, yeah.
Larissa.
Spyro. So Cassie B doesn't like Toothless. Okay, so we have one that doesn't like Toothless. Larissa's both. Spyro, just Spyro. Got both.
And JP with
but love Toothless.
Pete's Dragon.
What's that?
Some old classic. It's like Puff the Magic Dragon.
Spyro only PVC as okay. Toothless is amazing. Need a resin. So look at that. So. Oh, Justina Narin. There you go. Okay. Love them both. So I think there's a lot of overlap. So that's why for me, I feel like it's something that would resonate really well with those that are Spyro fans already in the club. So for me, that's something I really want to look into quite closely. I think that would do really. I would love to give the FF treatment.
And is this, like with these kind of movies or anime, how we want to call it, it's kind of like it appeals to both sexes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Absolutely right. So yeah, definitely it has been something that I loved going into, because I never look at films for thinking it's going to be. I never looked into films at all.
Yeah.
Then to actually go to see a film with that thinking,
with that mindset,
in the cinema, I'm just like, you're
taking notes,
and you're gonna love me.
So you sat there looking at, watch the film,
right, and
then keep an eye out on the film credits, looking for who does and what.
That's your job to hit them up.
Who's the voice actor?
Who's
the voice actor? Who's the marketing guy? Who's the 3D animator?
Right. Do you remember Dragonheart?
Yeah.
Who here remembers Falcor? God. Remember Falcor?
Falcor.
Never Ending Story.
Yeah, that.
Falcor.
No. I don't remember it, but never ending story.
Alright, sweet. TTs. Now,
TT now?
I need to quickly go to the toilet.
Okay.
We had a late dinner, and I had a double
Very
cookies.
late. Very late.
Double cookies, right? Are you? Because it had such a late one.
You
I'm
want to talk
assuming
about that, yeah?
I do.
Afterwards, yeah?
I want to at the same time.
At the same
I'll wait
time?
before we go into that.
Yeah, I'll wait for
Oh no,
you.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll wait for you.
Just shoot the shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, sweet.
You need your blacks in there as well?
No, that's alright. I got some blacks. I keep them with me all the time.
Don't be long. How's it been, guys? Anything interesting? You guys checked out the Nintendo Direct this week? Hey, Christopher. That's right, Scotty. Typical commercial break. No. Alex has just joined the stream. You got to wonder, right, guys? So if Alex is on the stream, that means he's got to hold his mobile phone on him at all times. So just picture that. Hey, Chris Hildebrand. Yes, Link's Awakening. Awesome. Oh, right up my alley. You know, it's like one of the best, you know, Game Boy Zelda games. Looking forward to that. Well, I pre-ordered 5 things from the Direct already. Which games, Kimberly? Or maybe you pre-ordered the Amiibos. No, Brendan. Yeah, that'd be great. You guys, seems like a lot of people are looking forward to Link's Awakening. Wonder what's going to be in the collector's edition. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be very cool for a new F-Zero game. Yeah, how is Tetris 99? What's your best position, Chris? Yeah, Astral Chain. That's quite, what do you call it? A very, very, a quick turnaround from announcing the game and launching the game. Oh, there's no talk of Kingdom Hearts here. I think we've banned Kingdom Hearts until everyone's had a go at playing the game. So no spoilers for everyone, please. Ah, that's good, Chris. Top 10?
I'll have you know,
What?
I can multitask.
Did you wash your hands?
I can multitask.
Someone said, did you wash your hands?
I still can't comment.
Still can't comment? Really?
I don't know why. It's not letting me. It's not letting me. Unbelievable. I want to talk about TTs.
Right, TTs.
The thing is, Chocks, I tried 2 tests. The first one was the Kirito from Sword Art Online. This was to highlight the fact that you chose, or Cheggy chose, what was going to be the lame version of the person, huh?
There's no right or wrong character.
Of course it is. It's like saying, oh yeah, do you want a Bruce Wayne? No one fucking wants a Bruce Wayne. They'll want Batman.
Why not? Some will.
Okay, some may do, and some did say yes. Oh, I want a Clark Kent. Yeah, I want a Bruce Banner, right? Most people want the badass version, right? So...
Yeah, but you can only say that once the poll is up.
So the 2 experiments was, if I... To counter your Bruce, I put up the hole, right?
Right.
Sorry, Bruce Banner and Bruce Wayne. Yeah, they're both Bruces, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
And so to see what happened with Kirito from Sword Art Online, because Chegi put up the lame version, right? And what difference would that make? That is the first poll that I want to talk about, and let's have a look at how that's been doing.
Hey, we do have a Pikmin TT poll.
So, can you please look up last week's TT? Look at your... Just to compare the numbers. This is the point I want to talk about.
Yeah. I know where you're going at.
Right.
Manipulation. Last week.
Right. So you or Chegi put down... Let me see. Chegi put down Kirigaya Kazuto, which is the lame version of Kirito.
There's no lame version.
Right, sure. Okay, then, right. Okay. And I did the exact same thing, but the non-lame version. And we have some different results. So, Chocks, how many yeses did you get?
142.
And over here is 364 people say yes. Now, that is quite a big difference. Now, the experiment of that, though, is not apples to apples and oranges to oranges, because what is really clear, which I'm quite surprised about, Chocks, is there is a difference between who posts it.
Sure.
But I didn't know it was going to be that much difference, because look at how many people do not want it based on the official TT that Chegi posted.
Right, 282 again?
282 said no.
On the original TT, yeah.
Right, and this
is what you poll, yeah?
833.
You should do all the TTs from
But this is what I'm almost saying, right?
Yeah.
So I was
let's
absolutely...
start from Rystar again. And then you'll be posting it, because they're all your mates.
So it's really, really quite staggering just how much of an influence it makes when who does it. So you've also got to consider, of course, Chegi is a new account that you wore with the new tag, right? To pretend that we had two people, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So there's Chegi, and then there's you. So you actually need to look at when Chegi started. When did Chegi did their first post? Because it's going to be lame-o numbers compared to... So actually, the numbers on Chegi's posts, you should like double them as if it was on the thing.
No, like even my pre-Chegi, Chockles post from #1 Rystar up until whatever it is. Those numbers are going to be different.
Because you also had less people in the club. Right. And for me, that's really, really interesting. So the point was, how much of a difference... I mean, it's clear that if the numbers of yeses and nos were relatively similar, okay, it was just the experiment on lame-o versus non-lame-o.
What's the difference between the count again? What is it on yours?
833 saying no.
It's 800, and then how many yeses?
For 365.
So it's like pretty much 50-50, yeah?
What?
The difference.
You mean half off?
Yeah, half off, yeah.
A bit more than half. But this is 8:30, so
this is kind of the same.
That's a good point.
That's kind of the same here. It's a good point now, guys.
Let's figure that out. Oh, so you're saying it's alright to be lame-o one?
No, it's like half.
Wait, hold on. So, 300 and...
You get all serious on this.
364 divided by...
It's just to gauge interest.
838 equals 43%.
What? 43%. All right. So this one then. So this is what 200.
I need the other one first.
Which one? You
need the lower one first.
The yes one. Yeah.
142. Yeah. Divided by, what is it?
282.
282.
Yeah.
Equals 50%. So it's not quite the same.
Almost.
It's not quite the same. So, anyways, it's very, very interesting. Now, I want to bring your attention to I want you to go to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Chocks.
Okay.
So let's compare this as well, because this was a two-part experiment.
Another two-part experiment, yeah. JoJo's. Oh, wow, let me just type that out.
Because everyone complained that you chose lame-o version again.
Oh, again, yeah?
Yes.
It's funny how all of a sudden it becomes lame because...
Everyone's complaining that you didn't choose the right person.
I won't say
right?
everyone.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
People were happy to have the line get a TT.
Yes, but
they've got to start from somewhere.
Right. Okay.
Right, gotta start
so
from
what have you
somewhere.
got here?
Got yeses first or no's first?
The highest first, I guess.
All right. Okay. So
the yes.
Yeah, the yeses was 269.
So I need the lowest ones first.
Oh,
Sorry.
212.
Yeah.
212
12 no's. And who's this for?
What's his name? Jonathan
Joestar.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay. It was lame-o. Right, yeah. And then divided by 60.
No, 70. Sorry, 69.
Right. Okay. So 78%.
78?
No, I'm saying that the no. Let me see what's ahead.
What's ahead? 269.
So that's yes, isn't it?
That's yeses.
Okay. 269. The no's were 78% of the yeses, right? The total count. No, I'm being stupid. Anyways, comparing it to, I got 400.
The only thing I get here is that you should be posting the TTs from.
Right. No.
Yeah.
And this is what.
Yeah.
You know, and I agree.
There's no lame characters in the polls. It's like saying, you know.
And I agree.
Like choosing, you know, Pokemon or something. Do you go for the humans or do you go for the
Right. So this one is 420. So that now I'm using Jotaro, right? Jotaro,
Yeah.
who's apparently not the lame-o one, right? And
even people say I want that character, but not from the third game.
Sure, yeah. I know. You can't win. I appreciate you can't win.
You can't win them all.
Okay, yeah, but the number of responses of 422 for no's versus 412 for yeses. It just really highlights that actually when I do a TT, it makes a difference of who posted. I didn't really understand that it made that much of a difference, but it clearly does. So you're absolutely right, Chocks. I should be posting all the TTs, but I ain't got no time for that. Ain't no way I got time for that. I got no time for that.
All you have to do is just like see the average percentage difference between Cheggy posting and you and then just just multiply that number. So whatever number Cheggy has, just multiply with whatever
boost.
Multiply the numbers.
Boost.
So it sounds like, you know. So if Cheggy numbers needs 1,000, according to your numbers, you need 3,000.
Aye.
So we need 3,000 before we even consider a new license. Do you guys want that, or do you want Cheggy to post?
You know, it's really quite interesting. I was quite surprised. So, anyways, moving forwards, now let's look at the TTs that are currently posted by Cheggy with a new light to understand that actually if they're not performing well, I could give it a boosty.
You can have like a TT 1.5.
I am going to start with Wing Commander.
Choose a non-lame aircraft, right?
Right, exactly. That's the only reason why it's lame.
All right.
Unbelievable. Try sharing them. That's a good point. Could share them.
Look at that. No love for Cheggy. Thank God Cheggy didn't post the Monster Hunter poll. Don't trust Peggy. Look what you've done. Look what you've done.
Who did that? Is it Uncle Scabs, yeah? Is Uncle Scabs saying that?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank God Cheggy didn't post the Monster Hunter poll.
Ronald's got Cheggy's back. Cheggy post away. Marco goes, poor Peggy, yeah.
You know what?
The club has divided now.
On Monday...
I should join in.
On Monday, why don't I try the first for likes?
Yeah? Alright, yeah.
Yeah, sure, try that, yeah?
That's a lot of points to give away.
Amazingly, though, you're going to win, Chocks. Oh, whoops! Yeah, but let's test that out. Let's see what difference that makes.
You sure you do that?
Yeah, let's test it out. Yeah. Because everyone's just saying that there's never much interaction. Someone actually bitched about it in the club recently. I mean, not bitched about it.
Really?
No.
Someone bitching in the club?
Really? Who would have thought? No, I mean, not really bitching is the word I shouldn't say. More like he's that there's so little interaction on TTs and this and that. And he was also mentioning Fun Day as well, etc., etc. So I'd be interested to see, at least for the first 4 likes, if I post it, what sort of difference would that be? Who knows? We'll be seeing.
Maybe I'll start posting teas.
A tease?
Yeah, maybe I'll post an Amy tease.
Right, and it goes through the... It goes... Because you're a massive... you're like the resident hugest Sega fan, right?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So anyways, that was just kind of fascinating to me. All right, go on, Chocks, let's do this. How's this TT going this week?
Yes, okay, so back to TT. Sword Art Online.
Let's do that one.
Yeah. Sword Art Online. So currently at 418 votes, with 139 yeses and 279 nos. Guys, do let us know in the club if we've chosen the lamest character from that series, for to give Sword Art Online fans another chance of a like a 1.5 TT. Do you guys think Alex should make another poll on that one?
For which one?
Sword Art Online.
Right, we've done one already.
Huh?
Another one.
Where? Yeah, is Kirito good enough?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's kind of like one of those I want a rematch. That score doesn't count.
Well, the battery still stopped working.
Yeah, because the Cheggy posted it. Right. So this week's TT, Monster Rancher, that had a shit ton of likes and emoticons or whatever it is on that Sunday Fun Day. So currently it has 227 votes in total. 167 says no, and only 60 said yes. So what does that tell me, guys? What's going on?
So Lissa wants to know, can you not leave the characters off for TT and just rally just the license? Why are you kicking me under the table?
Jim Maureen, yeah, make another poll. We need SAO.
Apparently, if we did a lady, it would do better.
Oh. Oh, we did say that we need a lot of more female characters, statues and figures. Yeah.
How's the Inuyasha TT doing? It's doing quite well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's doing quite well. I see that being bumped up quite a lot.
Shit!
1.2k votes. 334 says no, and 884 says yes.
So why don't I, Chocks, post it myself and see if it gets to 1,000?
Wow.
I know we need to make an appointment at Vegas time. Who has the license for that? Inuyasha, mate. Let's see.
MAD, the problem with franchise TTs is it would do just like Xenoblade, plenty of votes on the poll, but then the character poll is meh. Hey Kimberly, I'm just picking the things that you guys post on Fun Days and any other suggestions that I see. That list is long. I just keep on going down that list.
Still pretty impressive.
What?
The Inuyasha.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Chris Kunz.
Hey, was ist los?
No maybe option, Victoria, because if we start going down that road, we might as well put in PVC and resin. And
what's he saying?
Like the TT polls, it's always just yes and no. We went through this discussion, adding like maybes and breaking it down into further.
Alright, right. Oh, Kenshin. Didn't we do Kenshin? We did Kenshin. We did.
Did we do Kenshin?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Great soundtrack. 462 yes votes for Kenshin.
All right. So, next TTs. Well, have we done Monster Ranch yet?
Yep.
Okay,
done
right.
that.
Yeah.
Next TT. Apex Legends.
So I tried it.
You've tried it, yeah?
Oh my god.
Here we go. What?
First of all, there are 8 characters, and they're not. They have enough differences looking. So actually, it's not quite as generic as Fortnite, right?
Oh, it's not as generic as your Fort, right?
As Fortnite.
As Fortnite.
Yeah, as Fortnite.
Right.
So what I mean by that is you can't customize it as much as Fortnite. You know, there are clearly distinctive. It's more like Overwatch, I would say, in terms of the character.
Would they be implementing like a that kind of option later on? Maybe.
Well, you can already buy cosmetics.
Oh right, you can, yeah.
So yeah, that sort of stuff, and it seemed to be.
Well, you said there's not enough options. As in like calibrating, yeah. Customs.
No, which is good. As in, you don't want that to be calibrated. You don't want people to customize it.
Okay.
To have an affinity with the product to buy it. If you have Fortnite, that's not my character. You know, whatever I mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you know, with the Overwatch statues and stuff like that, you know, those are the characters. Maybe you can change a bit here and there. I'm not sure, but you know, those are the characters, and they have distinctive personalities, and they look like certain ways, etc. I am so shit at it.
You don't really play that sort of game, though.
Of course I really do.
You?
I told you I bought Star Wars Battlefront 2, right?
Right.
Oh yeah. Do you not remember when I slayed your ass at Doom? Or did you blanked your memory? Oh, I was using Sandy's underpowered PC.
Yeah. What? How many weeks or months you played on it?
And
you go, oh, Chocks, just install this, yeah. Yeah. I was like, oh, geez, I haven't played an FPS for like years.
I could tell.
And this guy was like training. You know, usually Alex, when he's quiet, you would think that he's like busy working. But when he got when he has his earphones on, and then you can hear these tap. I don't know what he's doing.
That's why you're on the other side of the fucking room now, mate. So, you know, that's what I'm saying in terms of I'm so rubbish at it. It's probably because I don't know what gun does what.
Yeah, you're probably. How many hours did you play on it?
Probably at least 15 matches, and I think I got like 2 kills, and that was only because it was like lame-o right at the very beginning, and I had a gun and he didn't.
I don't know. I feel like you lose that touch as you get older. You don't play as good as you used to.
The Crucible needs. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing. So I'm looking forward to playing Battlefront. I always like to play the campaign first, because then I know what the guns can do. Then when you go into if you go into an online match, at least you know what's going on. Because I'll run around, I don't know what I'm picking up, and I'm just sort of like not sure.
You're not sure what that item does.
I have no idea. It's
really
like
good
confusing.
like effectiveness.
Yeah, if we go through the campaign of Titanfall 2, right? You know what everything does and which one you like before.
Yeah.
But then if you go and play online, okay, it's you know what to do. And I want to find a sniping rifle, and you gotta like for this one you gotta like customize stuff. Like you gotta like pick up scopes and different things, and I'm like, yeah, it was kind of
quite overwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, I was quite impressed about it. Obviously, it's a free game, and it seemed. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Anyway, so that's going to be next week's TT.
Next week, right? Yep. And the week after that will be Noragami, anime. Another popular Sunday Funday request.
Like Monster Rancher was, right?
Hey, people requested it. I'm just putting it up. Yeah, I'm trying to be as neutral as possible.
Aye.
Yeah.
Aye. True that. True that. All right. Let's do it.
Right. Last week's hashtag. That was hashtag F4 Fun Day. Okay. F4 Fun Day. I believe. Oh, don't do this. Okay.
All right, we're going to do the winners. We have 4 of them. Let's get those initials. Here we go. In no order, we have R, M, M, A, L, K, B, J. B, J, K, L, A, M, M, R. Let us know, do you have 2 of those? L, A, K, M, B, M, J, R. What's up, Zach? Sorry about the council meeting. It was force majeure. Oh, Kimberly says is up for Noragami. We got RJ, we got AR. There's no VN. Alrighty, winner number 1, Anthony Lewin. Congratulations. 500 war points for you. Michelle Kiesel. 500 for you. Maria Liam Bauer. 500 for you. And last but not least, Rafael Darwin Jorras. Congrats. 500 for you. This week's hashtag F4F whoops WHOOPS for a chance to win 500 war points chosen at random. Hashtag F4F whoops WHOOPS for a chance to win 500 war points chosen at random. Let's do the king of the ring, Chocks. I hope there's blood and a lot of it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Do it.
Just pin that comment. Alright, there you go, guys. Hashtag F4F whoops WHOOPS for a chance to win some reward points. Right, so King of the Ring. Let me just find that thread in the Q&A thread. Just give that a quick refresh so we know what's up. Just drag that across. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me just enlarge that. Read it.
Just getting up to the
Right. Thank you very much as always, Nana say. King of the Ring Tournament 3, Week 5.
I hope there's blood.
Why have we at Week 5? Should have been all eliminated.
I know, right?
Why are we
God.
at Week 5?
Can't believe it.
Oh my God. I don't know. I don't want to look at that picture just yet. Right. Week 5. Previous battle recap. The 4th battle of round 1 battle between Ryo Hazuki and Light Suit Samus has ended with a landslide victory for Light Suit. However, Ryo surpassed expectation, doing far better than the majority predicted. The results are as follows. Light Suit wins with 1.3k votes.
Congrats.
Ryo achieved a whopping 533 votes, thus ranking higher than Arwing but less than Mugen. 13 entrants predicted this outcome correctly. 22 entrants have been eliminated. Yeah!
We're down to 13 now.
Yeah. I guess people. I guess the 22 entrants might have said, okay, yeah, Light Suit wins, but Rio.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's not difficult to figure out who's going to be the winner. It's about whether losers are going to place. Let me just see.
All right, the current ranking. So, last place right now, 16th place, R-Wing. 15th place is Ryo Hazuki. Oh, joint 15th place right now is Ryo Hazuki and Mugen.
How can they be joint?
I see 2 15s here. I'm just reading what I'm shown.
I think Nana's made a mistake there.
All right, Meta Knight at 14th place. Correctors, Nana
And
say.
what happens if you have 2 joint? How do you distinct? What do you do with that?
I guess we'll let them fight it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. We'll have to have a face-off between those. Yeah, that's fair enough.
All right, week 3. Well, week 3 remaining entrants. There's 13 remaining, and then, as we said above, 22 have been eliminated.
And then there were 13.
I can see Nana says in the elimination bracket, he entered himself.
B 9.
All right, current battle. The fifth.
And then there were 13.
The 5th round 1 battle is now underway between Spyro Resin and Lincoln Opponent. The current vote count as of...
Can we keep an eye on this?
Is that YouTube? Ay. What? Don't think so.
Nana say, can you sort out your bloody Twitch stream, please? Go on, Bennett. Yowzers.
He's probably having a word with the person, maybe trying to hopefully, you know.
When he says, "Yeah, I made a mistake," I think he's not. I think he's probably referring to his lack of moderating on that Twitch thing. Can you sort that out, please, Nana? Say, Valentine's Day was so yesterday. Yeah, so go on ahead, Chocks.
All right.
Chocks.
Steady.
Oh, we sorted it out. Nice one.
All right, nice one,
thanks,
Nana.
Nana. Thanks, Nana.
Right. Back on track now. So, all right, the current vote count as of 13:08 GMT was, with a total of 2.4k votes, Lincoln Opponent well in the lead with 1.6k votes. Spyro losing with 721 votes. Yeah, here we go.
Wow, okay.
Here's the prediction. Alright, after analysing the predictions, it was found that originally, before any eliminations, 93.52% of the total valid entries predicted Link on Opponent to win. When comparing this to the predictions of the remaining valid entries, this percentage has increased to 100%, anonymously predicting a Link on Opponent victory. There are 10 outcomes for this week's battle. Oh my god, 10! However, with 100% of entrants predicting Link on Opponent to win, 5 of these outcomes were Spyro wins would completely eliminate all entrants. As Link on Opponent and Spyro have both surpassed the vote count of all current losing statues, only 2 of the 10 outcomes remain possible. These now impossible outcomes have resulted in 2 preliminary eliminations this week.
Yes, and then there were 11. Let's go to the possible outcomes.
The possible, yeah. The possible. That's 1.
Yeah, and the current outcome. So go to the first possible one. Yeah.
All right, so 4 possible, 1 possible outcome. What does that mean?
0. 0. Right, and therefore.
Right. So 1 possible outcome is 0 entrants predicted that Spyro wins. Therefore, any outcome that stems from this result would see 13 entrants eliminated.
Why is that 1 possible outcome? It's not possible. Oh, so this one, the impossible outcome, which 2 people. So you just look at the ones. Okay, forget about the 0% ones because they're not going to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need to look at this one here and this one here. So yeah, those 2, right?
All right,
which is currently what's happening at the moment.
Okay, impossible.
Oh no, the impossible outcome. Right. So this is the way it's impossible to happen, and that's what they've done. So therefore, they've already been eliminated. So those are the 2 you need to be reading.
All right. Okay, so 2 entrants predicted that Link and opponent wins with Spyro achieving more votes than Rio, but less votes than Mugen. This outcome would see 11 entrants eliminated.
So less votes than Mugen.
Right, for Rio, right?
No, for Spyro.
For Spyro, so yeah.
That's not possible because Spyro.
More than Rio, but less than Mugen.
But he's gone already past Mugen, and therefore Spyro. That makes that outcome impossible.
Mm.
So he's already eliminated.
Right, so the current outcome, 11 of the entrants predicted that Link on opponent wins with Spyro achieving more votes than Meta Knight. This outcome would see 2 entrants eliminated. So that's...
That Link opponent wins with Spyro achieving more votes than Meta Knight. Well, that's what they've all done.
But two of them...
2 already out, right? Because they thought that the Spyro was going to be less than Mugen.
Yeah, this is going to be the current outcome because it's...
Right. So we're going to know. So how many is Spyro on at the moment? Like 700, right?
It was at the top, wasn't it? Spyro 721.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter what the winner number is because it's irrelevant. The only thing that's important is, not happy. Not happy.
So like majority have predicted it right.
Yeah.
Okay, conclusion. This week's battle has seen Link and opponent take a massive lead right from the start with an extremely unlikely chance for Spyro to make a comeback. However, Spyro has achieved enough votes to ensure the majority of the entrants will advance to next week's battle, with only 2 preliminary eliminations. So without a Spyro miracle, it will be 11 entrants advancing to the next week's battle and 1 step closer to the 12k points up for grabs. So I'll put this question to you, Alex and Chocks. What are your thoughts and predictions on next week's battle when we shall see Crash PVC versus Phase on Suit Samus? Do you agree with 76% of the club who initially predicted Crash PVC to win? Voting remains open for this week's battle until Wednesday the 20th of Feb, guys.
Wow.
So please make sure to vote. Best of luck.
You know what? There will be blood. I'm calling Phazon to win it. I'm calling Phazon to win it. First of all, Phazon, it's not like Gravity Suit. There was quite a few of these made. 2,500. I can't even remember if it probably wasn't even that much. But it was 1,500. Whatever it is, there were quite a few of them made. And if you compare it to Crash PVC, obviously, how do you compare a PVC, a rather simplistic PVC, compared to the complicatedness, the how difficult, the complexity of Phazon Suit and all that sort of stuff, and the fact that
assume you pass the first barrier of like, okay, Phazon Suit winning, yeah. The next bit would be tough, like Crash. Where would we be?
More importantly, where will Crash be in the list?
Yeah, definitely. That's true.
Who do you think is going to win between Phazon and Gravity? Phazon and Crash.
And Crash. It's getting tougher. I think I'm kind of swaying more Metroid as well. But who knows? Crash. People
because
people get their Crash resins now, but they might choose it because of
also because of course there might be people who join the club because of the Crash PVCs that they've seen in Best Buy or whatever, right? It's going to be an interesting one. Whatever happens, I hope for blood.
But let's assume your first barrier was correct, right? Let's assume Phazon Suit was winning. Would Crash be more than Meta Knight? With Meta Knight is 673 votes. Would Crash have more votes than that?
I think so. That's a good point. All right. Now my question is, let's just quickly read out. Now that we got to the point where there are 13 people left. Let's read out their names those two of those people are already boo-hooing. I'm not sure who they are. But let us congratulate to Jaiko Kaikkonen. Hermes, nice to see, Bud to get really far into it. Of course, not win it, but just get really far.
Good luck, Bud.
Good luck, Bud. Mono Jacobs in the house. I like it. We got Jennifer Johnson. We got Rose Passeri. Now, Rose is a name that was from last time.
Yes.
Did she win it? No, Marie did last. There was one. No, she actually won it.
Honestly, I can't remember.
It's one of the top two, right?
Definitely the Passeri.
Right. I think people are going to, next time, for the next one, they're just going to find whatever she did and copy it.
Yeah.
Jamie Bailey in the house. Interesting. Scott Day, Alessio Bucci, Melissa Murta, Chantal Goldsmith, Yvonne Horrocks, Stefan Gunther, and Patrick Bear. Congrats to you guys. Two of you already boohoo. I'm not sure who they are.
Yeah, which two? Which two?
Two of the last tournament finalists. Two?
Rose was last man standing. Yeah. Two of the last. But which one? The first one or the second one?
Next week is a savage week, says Nanase. Of course, R.I.P. to quite a few people who were taken out. Yeah.
Bye.
See ya. Q and A. Jake May, if you could go on a Valentine's date with a video game anime character, who would it be and where would you go? Well, clearly, I just want to, for scientific research purposes, go on a date with Froppy. And I would like it to be have you seen those places where you get like your feet eaten by fish?
Little fishes, yeah. Yeah.
Why not there?
Why not there?
Absolutely, just in case she gets a bit peckish. How about you, Chocks?
Well, I know Jake likes the acid girl, so yeah, I'm gonna go with the acid girl.
What, to make him jealous? Where would you go? Somewhere in hazmat suit so you don't get acidified.
Yeah.
And how is everything looking for ECC? Are you guys excited? I can tell you we are freaking out. There's a lot of work to be done. And Chinese New Year, so it's been pretty stressful. And Cheggy was like, I'm dreaming about this stuff. That's how much as in nightmare dreaming about it. I'm having nightmares about this.
It's getting so close. It's getting closer and closer so quick.
Unbelievable. Denise Kipp. Alex, you are a day off and you need to choose to consume one drink the whole day, one per hour. Would it be beer with alcohol or coffee? Well, I don't drink alcohol, so it will be coffee, although I don't drink coffee. And you know that. Ew, cheeky.
One drink the whole day, one per hour, so 24. Yeah.
It would be coffee.
24 cups of coffee.
How about you, Jokes?
Wow.
Well, you don't drink beer, do you?
No. Don't drink alcohol.
You don't drink either?
No alcohol. Only Red Bull.
Michelle Gissel, who is actually, of course, this week's hashtag winner. Regarding Rider Link, I know you can't hear people asking about him anymore. Will there be a color variant for the horse? Nope. No color variants. And it will not be painted like opponent. It will be the standard default horse color. Check the amiibo and you will know it has to be on point and on brand, and that is what we are doing. Ronald Jacobs, Mario in March. I can tell you, if everything goes smoothly, Mario on Yoshi needs to be launched, or needs to not be launched. We're definitely going to be taking it to ECCC. So whether or not we take it there and launch it when we come back, or we launch it beforehand, I'm still in two minds. Chocks, where's your head at?
Like I say, it's all like, yep, we know about it. Back of my mind is like, can we do it? But at the same time, the things in front of it would be like, shit, that's urgent stuff, so we got to do it. So it's like, I'm like bouncing all over the place, making sure that, did we do that? Are we on track? Are we going to get things out for ECC? How's the guys working on the other stuff? Yeah.
Gonna try it.
Yeah. I mean, guys. I mean, we touching stuff on it right now. So hopefully, you know, if things go smoothly, let's hope things go smoothly.
Indeedy. Stavamanali. So, got Snake OG Stealth coming today. How long are you going to make us wait for Grey Fox? So, actually, I forgot to go back over what's been dropping in the club chocks. So, we sort of stopped about that. No, we're doing the weekly review. So, let's talk about what's been dropping in the club recently. Because there's been quite a lot of activity recently, yeah?
You mean product-wise?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, last couple of days.
I've seen...
It's nice. It's nice. Nice stuff that we know that we shipped out. Crash resin. Yep. Fitting very, very nice in a Bester. Everything, you know, the acrylics, the backdrops.
Right.
Guys, do let us know, what do you think of the backdrops? What do you think of the acrylics? Does it fit in well with the rest of the Crash merchandise that you have? Does it fit in with the F4F Crash PVC as well? Right. Yeah, and do look forward to the mini Aqua. That is still coming, guys.
Now, here's the thing, Chocks. Do you think that because we're no longer doing the recaps anymore, Miguel's just like chilling, he knows he doesn't have to watch these streams, so he's not worried.
Sure he's on the stream,
so he knows that he didn't write anything about the fact that IGN got dropped an Alucard, because that's not in the recap. Because that's not in the weekly recap, the fact that IGN received the Alucard. Lucky for him it's there. Should be a weekly review. Oh, we're just talking about things that were dropping in the thing, I guess.
True that. That's true.
Retract that, Miguel. I appreciate you did that. Thank you so much.
Right. So
yeah, is that our umbrella or not?
The first thing I really want to ask is, because I did question, you know, like, it was in the office, obviously, the Alucard, right?
Right.
It was a styrofoam packed in together, you know, the things got suddenly slipped into the shipper box. You know, Cheggy was definitely certain that it wasn't there. You know how careful I am when I pack these stuff up, right?
Yeah.
And I remember I've never seen John use an umbrella.
Right.
And I know you have a short umbrella in your bag that you always carry.
I do, but it doesn't have a cover.
Oh, you don't use sleeve, because yours is kind of a grey umbrella as well, right? Or is it a blue?
It was a green one, then I lost it. Then I've got this black one now.
And both of those don't have a sleeve.
Are you seriously thinking that it's my? What colour is it?
But you know, I'm usually very, very careful at these packing up stuff. You know, I have.
Who's got time to really put like sleeves on? I never bothered putting sleeves on.
No.
What? No, but I never like if I.
That's what I mean.
That's
what I mean. You might have took it out and just put it on the table where it is, and then
like. I've had that for
years.
years.
Maybe because
I've had that for years.
Hey, maybe because we had that kind of like flood in the office, and we like shoving stuff around, moving stuff around.
So you're saying it is ours, basically?
I don't know. I'm not agreeing to it. I'm not denying it either.
All you need to find out was it raining that day at IGN? Then you'll be able to tell.
All we need to do is ask that cameraman, where did you get it? Because whilst the cameraman handed out the outprint to the boys,
right.
He handed out the umbrella cover.
Right.
And so guys, it's not a hint. It's not a hint of a new license. It's not. Alucard's not made by.
I haven't been doing research playing Resident Evil 2.
Not made at Umbrella Corporation.
Right.
But I'm quite interested to know where the hell it came from.
Right. So if you haven't checked it out, go check it out.
Because I was like,
shout out to the boys over there.
Yeah. Because I immediately went. I was like, I've never had that situation before, but it was quite funny.
Right.
Yeah.
How long are you make us wait for Grey Fox? Just have a little patience, Gabriel Indriago. How many people do you think it will want a statue of the new Link from Link's Awakening remake? Let us know in the comments. A lot of people were a little bit surprised at the styling. I know Chocks, you were excited about it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I know you're a big fan of that game.
The old classic style.
Right. So what did you guys think? Would you like to see that? It's almost like an in-between kind of Wind Waker kind of style, but not quite.
It's a big, massive change. I mean, you see the comparison videos of the new remastered compared to the old Game Boy. And
I haven't seen that.
There's quite a lot of people made some comparisons.
Okay.
Especially the cutscene because it's more animated, and it's come a long way. Like 20 plus years. A very strange one to choose, but a very good one as well. They chose the DX, Link's Awakening DX, and remastered that, and because it has a lot of cross reference of some of the other games. Like what do you call it? A Kirby in the game. There's like Goombas in the game. So,
right, okay, that's new. Oh, this is the original one. Oh, sorry, yeah.
So, because they were in even the chain, what do you call it, from the Mario series.
Yeah, I saw that, like Chomper.
The Chomper, yeah. That was in the old game, so it had to be in the new one as well.
Indeed. Damian Christoph. Last week's recap, only Oki coming up for Okami now, beside the new. Chibi. No, Chibi's still there. There's a mistake there. I mean, he's on the back burner, but he's still being made. That's not a problem. Salim Desha just saying, hi, what's up? Johannes Norbeck. Any news on when production can continue on Ornstein? Yeah, when the factory's back. Have you been in contact with FCA about the gold colours on the armour and the spear? The armour, I'm pretty sure off the top of my head, it's been... I'm waiting for feedback actually on that. That's right, I need to check on that. I did a video. How long have you been keeping your mouth shut about the new announced Link's Awakening game? No idea about it. Very pleasantly surprised. I watched all of the directs with the same eyes as you guys. For this one though, it is the case. With Snake's PO delayed, any special news to tide us over? I know it's been quite a quiet month or so, and that again highlights the fact that we're not releasing as much, and also there's been Chinese New Year. So I look forward to when we get to the point where we have all the resources in place where we can continuously whack out new stuff all the time, and I'm really working on that right now, trying to get our... This year is all about efficiency and trying to get to the point where it becomes a machine that we can just really pump them in and pump them out, because we need to get to that stage while still not losing the FRFness. Maria Liam Bauer, who was one of this week's hashtag winners, so congrats. When will Trello pre-order card chart be completely updated? Some such is set to listed to PO date 2018, and that is what we did on Tuesday, Chocks. We
on Tuesday
went upstairs. We talked to man about the complete new redesign.
Yeah.
Now the homepage is looking great, and he's now working on implementing that. One thing we did discuss is where we have currently schedule. We currently say we're gonna change it to calendar. Is that right? Is that what we said we were gonna change it to?
Calendar.
Because no one keeps. But also we're gonna remove that pre-order calendar because we don't even know what's going on ourselves, and you can see the pre-order calendar is really like out of, and she's saying update it, right? It's so out of date because we don't know what we're doing as well, and that's a problem. I think we should bring that back in once we have a better idea internally about what's going on, and until we have the staff in place and we build up a few projects in hand, will we really be able to do that? That's my thoughts about that. Scotty Thomas Collard, how's the LSB of Spyro and GSP coming along? I've not had any updates on that, to be honest with you. When can we have a tease? A little bit later once I get to the approval on that. Yeah.
Look forward to the Artorias LSB GSP stuff,
which actually has been approved to go for physical review.
Nice.
But of course they can't do anything until we get back from Chinese New Year, so that's looking good.
Crash Bandicoot LSB GSP from Scotty.
I want to do more of them. Chris Hildebrand Jr., any progress on the card holders? Yeah. Let's get that sorted out, yeah, Chocks? Brian D.
Always on my
Weatherlip.
mind.
Persona 5, I'll take whatever scraps of info you're willing to throw, and nothing to report on that. Also, when do we get a pre-order Jet and another glimpse at Eden 9? Eden 9 has been a lot of progress on that and it's looking a lot better. And Faye finally has a lot better. I'm almost at that point where I'm happy with the concept on that. That's taken me a long time. Eden 9, yeah, I mean, so pre-order Jet was going to be sooner rather than later, but now it's been pushed back because we don't have the resources to put it in place. Kimberly Sears, because I have a very one-track mind, how are future Full Metal Alchemists coming along? Slowly. Any movement on their design? Any chance of it? You know, we know what I have a vision for it, and it's not hitting it yet, so it's a little bit slow right now. The Bead. I'm on my way to New York Toy Fair, literally right now. Will there be any newer than Spyro PVC to display the Dark Horse booth for me to get my for a fix on? Nope. I mean, newer than the Spyro PVC. Well, you'll see Orn. I think you should see Ornstein. You'll see Ami, and you'll see Snake. Obviously, those are the sort of Gamescom stuff, right? Now that Inuyasha TT is in the all-time top 5 TTs with nearly 900 votes, just after 4 months of recently surpassed Dead Space, Xenoblade Dark Sides, is Inuyasha on your radar? Absolutely! Absolument! Yeah. Hi.
Well, there's quite a few questions on the
So
stream.
desu ne.
There's quite a few questions on the stream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Daniel McKenzie, what's wrong with your eyes?
What's wrong with your eyes?
What do you find, Anne asks, what do you find to be the biggest challenge as you come up with new designs to pursue? I find a lot of mediocre designs, and I feel I've got to wait until I see a spark, and a lot of the time I'm presented with quite mediocre designs that I got to think about what the potential can be, and pushing through that to get to the good stuff. That's always the hardest thing. Speaking of which, Chocks, check this out. Sort of been testing this out, right? This is a new thing. This is part of my research, right? This is part of my new sort of workflow.
Yeah.
And so you can we start off over here with what I call it. So it's under here. It's called the right. Okay. So then I can now start looking around at all of this.
Yeah, like a spider diagram.
Right. And then we start looking at and then we're gonna have like 3 or 4 of these, and then we start going, how do we take?
It reminds me back at college.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spider that research
that
first.
GVQ, right?
Yeah. It's exactly what it is. Research first, then you have your initial developments.
Right.
Yeah.
And I had some difficulties with Dark Magician this week, which I really sort of put a spanner in the works and all that sort of stuff.
I overheard the conversations. Guys, what I'm seeing right in front of me is very good references.
All right, yeah.
Very good.
With production starting after CNY on a lot of...
Oh, just go to hey Daniel, hit up CS. I'm not sure what your case is, but you know, create a ticket, go on the website, go to contact us, create a ticket, and then let CS guys follow up. All right, you're not going to get a reply over the weekend because the offices are closed on weekends. So just have a little bit of patience. The team will go through the tickets and eventually get to yours. Make sure that you log into your account to make sure that the ticket is there and it's open, and just follow that. Okay. Thanks for posting that Redbubble link, Justina. That's what we have right now. The Redbubble link on yeah, that's posted on our blog as well, on our website. So
nice.
eventually one day, once we have some more data, we can review that data, and hopefully one day we'll have our own shop, F4F shop, on our website.
Cool. With production after CNY on a lot of X's still up for pre-order, will we see Last Chance Weekends for anything soon? Yeah, I think. I mean, I'm not sure how soon. You know, the factory still needs time to start gearing up. Still a bit of time, so I'm not too sure. Since Victor Vilgrin, it looks like the alternative TT worked out well. What about another one for Splatoon? It was really vocal that the people preferred the Squid Sisters over the generic Inklings. Again, you're choosing the lamos, Chocks.
I got my toy. I'm only kidding. Make sure that
Double V says a good point.
Make sure that keep an eye out on those polls that you think that we've chosen the wrong character. Hit up Alex. Keep the man busy. Keep those polls alive. That Earth one, Jim, did we choose the wrong character or not?
Let's do Dirtworm Team Chocks, because I've been waiting to be hit up to buy the franchise.
Right. Where's our loyal team of researchers?
You know, what was quite interesting, Chocks, is you were showing me that the guys who did the Sonic Mania stuff is now doing their own stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. New studio.
I was just trying to think, right, Chocks? Would it not be the ultimate of just like going to E3? I'm going to E3 anyways. I don't just mean go to E3 and go, yeah, fuck it, let's buy that. Yeah, because there's got to be like a lot of people who are like developing stuff that are looking for publishers, right?
Yeah.
And just go, hey, let's buy that and go, yay, hey, what's up, Nintendo? How do we get this on your Switch? Right?
Yeah. It's possible, do it.
Get some exclusive DLC with us.
All you need to do is like propose to the top publisher, the top manufacturers, as a console makers, and say, hey, I want to make 3,000 units.
All I can say is, Chocks, I think I might know a few people there.
Yeah, just say I want to get into distributing some games. Sort us out.
I'd go straight to my boys Wired. Straight to my boys over at Wired. I get them to sort it out because they already have the process of doing that. And I'll say, let's buy this one or that one, or fund the development, because otherwise you fund the developers and then you publish it right via that. Hey Lucas, Chocks is really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it as well.
Yeah, definitely.
That's like the ultimate, isn't it, Chocks? The evolution. If we can, I'd say what? Is it really a pipe dream, Chocks? Is it really pie in the sky? It's not, is it?
No, it's not. It's doable if you put your mind to it. Get the right sort of people involved.
No, but that's implying that you're going to start and then create your own design. I'm talking about already pre-made, looking for publishers. I mean, almost like I'm like 70% already done. I need another funding for the 30% or whatever, and I need someone to be able to publish it. Right? That's what they're looking for.
Yeah, just scouting, looking for the right title, the right team to support.
Would you guys support us for doing that? You're working, Chocks.
Be interesting. It's like a lot of people do that, right? Like companies, like for example, all of a sudden selling homeware, furniture, and all that stuff, and then moving into like cafeteria. Like it's something you wouldn't think that they'll do.
It's semi-related though, of course, because obviously they do that.
Because they can sell furniture and coffee, and it'd be like it crosses over.
Have you been developing that for 7 years, Nana? Tyrant asks, any chance of doing a Pikachu in FRF? When do you want to? Alright. Hannah Shinago, out of all of those statues that are scheduled for release this year, which one are you the most excited for? I know what I'm most excited for. What are you most excited for?
Quite a lot.
You sure of that one? I'm more partial to
I mean,
Sure.
Mm.
Sure.
I guess.
Obviously thinking about that. Now if we can show that at ECC, that would be interesting.
What else?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. The ones that I was most excited about has not been announced yet, to be honest with you. Martin Konyali, how big is your Japanese customer base? Tiny. Absolutely tiny. And that's because we have actually been, what's the word? Never really focused on Japan. First of all, you need to be really Japanese centric in terms of your wording, and your sort of support system needs to really be sort of Japan focused. I think of all the Western developed countries, Japan's English level is really quite astoundingly low in comparison to other developing countries. And obviously, it's a developed country, so it's quite. So you really need to have it in Japanese. And our license, of course, there's no doubts in my mind. We owe a ton of success to our company because of Nintendo, right? And I will never forget that, of course. And our license with Nintendo never ever covered Japan, and therefore we never really developed anything there. And also maybe because our product base, at least certainly in more recent years, has gotten bigger and bigger, meaning that it's even harder to get into Japan. So the answer to that really is, whilst we have subsequently had licenses for Japan, they maybe aren't quite Japan sort of specific, I would say. I mean, obviously, for example, if there's any Japanese people that love themselves some Banjo Kazooie, you better get your orders in now, because but in the reality is we can sell that. But I think the biggest hindrance is the fact that we don't have enough Japanese support. That's something I want to change. It's something we want to change that with Kirby first. We're going to have the Kirby's done in Japanese, and we're going to get the support from the guys over at Warpstar. That was what we talked about.
We're growing in all sorts of different directions, and we always keep an eye on Asia, and it's sort of like, hey, we need to plant some seeds in Asia as well, just everywhere. Like I said, since we say we want to do everything, why leave out Asia market, right? Why leave out Japan? Why leave out China? Why leave out Singapore or Malaysia or Thailand? Etc. etc.
Right.
So, it's we're not throwing all those to one side. We definitely want to be part of it.
Right. So Lucas says, do you guys ever get an obscene amount of requests to do another one of an old character? Like all the time?
Yeah.
All the time. If so, which is the one that you get the most?
Reruns, yeah?
Yeah, probably either Link on Epona or Wolf Link and Midna, probably the biggest ones.
For Dark Souls, it's definitely Artorias.
Sure.
Yeah.
But that's more recent. That's more recent.
What country is your biggest supporter?
America,
Uncle
no doubt.
Scabs.
Of course, America. Although you need to look at it if you look at it as the population of the US versus the sales, and then compare it to other people, you definitely have sort of countries that punch above their weight. Ryan, yeah?
No. But again, it boils down to which region we focus on. Who knows, if we focus all of it in Japan, that might put that region very high up.
Justin Narine, you're talking about the darkness as in like all those little sort of like wormy black things that come out, and like so yes, I paid that. Both of them. I think they're two. Ryan Markovich, isn't that Starbreeze? Might be. On a scale from very likely to guaranteed, how likely is a resin of Goro Majima? And how's Kiryu-chan coming along? Well, Goro Majima needs to really be seeing how Kiryu does. Or maybe I might just do a TT for that. Wesley Van der Bush, is Darksiders a go? I have nothing to say about that.
What will be interesting is, why don't you post a TT for those that had a re-rendered of, like Yakuza 1, Skies of Arcadia. Did we do any more? Because back a while back, we posted it in the newsletters and everyone bumping the TT. What if you posted it?
But I posted the Ica bass. Wah, 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 wah.
Just trying to help you out, Rostello.
Indeedy. The Witcher, I know you were talking about PVC ripples, but are you really considering this, or just tipping your toe in the water and see how many ripples there are? No, the answer is absolutely. There's nothing behind that. It's just talking about where you're in between. Obviously the resins is well covered in a bigger scale, and Dark Horses covers the PVC TF line sort of size. So it's really the only thing we could do is create a new category directly for something like that.
Yeah, Kelly Cruz. What about Ica?
Indeed, the Pikmin build your own diorama would be so freaking cool. I agree.
I know.
Donkey Kong, has any work started? Nope. Still waiting on my first Tekken girl. And when will the first of the Assassins be released? I would do Kenway first. Or Ezio. Hard to say.
New Assassin's Creed coming out on the Switch.
Yeah, that's right. Shout out to Chelsea Harris. What's going on? Has received snakes right there. But Edwards, I got my t-shirt. Absolutely, effortless love, effortless, much appreciated on that. Scotty Thomas collar. What's going on? We got Chris Hildebrand Junior. Faith DeVoe. What's going on? Nana say in a. Derek Baker, you made it this week. What time did you post it, Chocks?
This morning.
Ay, caramba.
I think I know where now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You've loaded it so we can... Shout out to Derek Baker. Brandon Rostello in the house. Jake Mayo, what's going on, man? Alex Masoud. Boom. Bada bing. Bada boom. Bada boom. Bada bim. Hildebrand Jones. Dracula's looking good. Much appreciated. When do you think it'll be ready for pre-order? Let's just get those... We've almost pretty much got approval on that. The only thing is, do we paint that head? If we go for whether or not we want to do an extra head in black hair. That's the question. Sarah Arrington, I made this post inquiry about this. Any thoughts on SD snake packaging? I wonder if it could be more like an upside down cardboard box that you have to lift off of him. That is something that Sandy needs to look into, but because we didn't do it in time for this, she has more time to sort of figure that out. It was experimenting with Guts Cape, I believe. Do you plan on utilizing fabric or other materials in future pieces obtained? Sure. Well, we did that for Celaire's, shoulders. Where it matters, where it counts, we will look into doing that. What armor style are you using for Ivy? Her 2 default player 1. Also, do the lighter colors have hair tones provide more of a challenge? You had a bit of difficulty. No? Not really. Alucard had sort of white hair and then blonde hair, depending on what's going on. So that was the only difficulty. There wasn't anything else challenging about that. It's just about the source material. It's clear that Dante does not have blonde hair, so it's clear that Ivy doesn't have blonde hair. So there's nothing difficult about that, I would say. Approximately, how long does it take for a concept to go to pre-production stage? Concept to pre-production stage. When you say pre-production, are you talking? Well, for me, the pre-production is actually the point before I allow for mass production to continue. In that case, maybe a year. Chelsea Harris. Hey guys, couple of questions. Chocks.
Oh, okay. Number one, did you hear anything back from Interplay regarding Earthworm Jim? Interplay hasn't hit me up. We didn't even have any contact. But hey guys, I believe some of you guys were trying to be helpful and trying to start doing some research. I did go on the internet and start researching, and I found some news and all that stuff. So keep on finding, guys. Keep on finding what the hell's going on out there. Right, number two. Since Snake SD was delayed, any chance you use that extra time to think about my suggestion of adding PAL keys to combo pack orders like with the resins, or perhaps a level key card as something new?
Since we are not actually doing the boxes beforehand and the packaging, all that sort of stuff, we have time to think about what we're doing with that. Troy Blair, with the newly announced Legend of Zelda... Can you ask this question and I'll give the answer?
Alright, Troy Blair, with the newly announced Legend of Zelda... The Legend of Zelda, you missed out the... Link's Awakening, coming to the Switch, are you guys working on any statues from that series?
No. Brenton Friedley, who we were talking about today, weren't we, Chocks?
Yes.
For those that have a payment plan, still, when an item is in the warehouse, it seems that the system, after the last payment is made, not the final one, it sends an auto email. Let me read this properly.
Look at that face.
My face, yeah?
Yeah. Very interesting, Brenton.
That's going straight to slap.
Yeah. We'll get the boys to look into that. Hey Thomas, welcome back. We're going through the Q&A section. So, what were you looking for? What did you miss?
Ethan Palmer, just a funny reminder to make a Horizon Zero Dawn TT. Chocks, is it on your list?
It's on the list. Thank you for the
Michael
reminder.
Bohenek, how do you think your post for mine? Not too wonderful. Adam Elgamar, I really like seeing that red snake SD that was shown off some time ago. It's possible now there being a variant. What? Red snake?
What?
Red snake?
I'd like seeing that red snake.
What red snake?
Ah, maybe because it was at Gamescom. And the lights were too bright.
What you talking
I
about?
don't know.
And then what are you chatting about?
Yeah.
Keeping it short because I know not much updates until the new year, so have a great weekend. Hope you have a great Valentine's Day. We all love the hard work and commitment put into these works of art, a labour of love indeed. FRF is love, FRF is life. See you next week. Peace! Much appreciated for that every weekend. I always look forward to seeing Adam's messages. It's always full of love. Much appreciated. But now, Rastello, you mentioned last week that you were uncertain about Ica because the interest has declined with each poll. That is not the case. Counting only unique voters, the most recent poll has 98% of the voters of the original TT, which has greatly exceeded its original goal. The only poll that didn't do so well had 16 combinations to choose from. Should I do another Ica TT? Because I never did the OG TT, did I?
Huh?
I never did the OT.
You never did the OGTT. You know, I'm gonna keep on doing those polls until they get it.
Raina Doyle, when will AMI LSB be shipping to North America? Is it still running on track? The factory has shut down and is not back until next week.
Yep.
At the end of next week, so actually more like after the 21st.
Yeah, and we're timing the caps as well.
Right, so when you asked that last week, there's been no change. Now I appreciate you looking forward to that, so don't get me wrong. When the time's right, I'll have more information when everyone's back. I sit here again. I hate Februaries.
Yeah, he's really looking forward to that.
I hate Februaries.
He's looking
so
forward
much.
to that dreaded drop test more.
That's
nice.
That's true.
Oh, that red snake.
What's that red snake? Where did that come from?
Thanks, Nanase.
Why did we do that? It was just some test.
Why was it that? Why is that? I can't remember.
I think it was just some sort of test. And how on earth did he have that? Like so readily at his fingertip. I9. An I9. Okay. Kimberly Liang, what has been the most rewarding statue to make thus far? How about the most challenging? Most challenging is definitely Guts, and the most rewarding statue is Majora's Mask. Thank you very much. Indeedy. Right. It's time to deny 2 people.
Thanks for your questions,
so
guys.
So please test your messages. It's who that? No Brit, no Alex, please. And we're good to go.
Hey, Tyrant on YouTube, when is the drop test for Bowser? It's still going to be a wow. It's still going to be a wow. Oh, did you give the points?
What?
To last week?
I did not. Alrighty, yes, good point.
He's not. I don't think he's on the stream tonight, is he?
I saw Cassie B, she's on YouTube.
Right, guys, 2 potential winners for a chance to win some reward points. Spiral PVCs. Things will resume as soon as the factories are back online.
What am I looking for? What were we just talking about? Oh, James B.
Yeah, James. Yeah. Cassie B says no.
Well, you got 500 points, yeah?
Yeah.
Appreciate it. James B. Bennington. 500. Who that? Points, please. From last week. Forgot to tell me. Right. Okay.
Okay. Where's your video?
Oh yeah.
Where's your video?
What?
Viva Pinata. It was a very beautiful game. A very beautiful. Was it a launch title? Or was it pretty much near that early phase of the Xbox 360? What are you going for? Alright, guys. Make sure you get the name of the character spelled correctly.
Yeah? Just that, yeah?
Name of the character spelled correctly. It's going to be an easy one.
If you're really into obscure anime mecha stuff, then yeah, it's really easy, Chocks.
Yeah. It could be a he, or it could be a she.
Or an it.
Yeah, or an it.
Could be a doggy.
Could be a thing.
Yeah. Could be. Alrighty! Who that? Who that? Chuck, I think someone's got it. You better.
Alright. That was quick.
Yeah. We did say it was going to be easy, right?
Come on, guys.
So easy.
Hey, James B! Check your PM. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Soon.
Is he in? He always
Yeah.
comes up for who that because he's going to do me a death by 1,000 cuts. Who that? Who that?
Liam Goldfinger.
Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? Who
Easy,
that?
guys.
Lemon Squeezy.
quite a lot of Pikachus, quite a lot of Pac-Mans. Quite.
Turn out the brightness. Turn out the brightness. Don't be so jippy with my battery. Yeah. Who that?
Ah, Mario. Yeah, like Mario Maker, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. The third person who wrote Pikachu must be that person, right? Yeah. Who that? So obvious now, right, Chocks?
Yeah.
So obvious.
So obvious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Beep 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 beep. Ooh, Elmo. Ooh, almost.
Who that? Totally obvious now.
Yeah.
There you go. Done. Too slow, man. This guy, Jared, was just too slow. They got Medeiros and MAD in the house. What's going on? Of course, Drake. Because it's so good. That's the way I like it. Saber Athena. I like it. Now, MAD was last week. Level 1 and died. Level 1 and died, and then we've got Chris Medeiros. Has he done it before? Medeiros.
Not in recent times.
MAD. You got denied by... No, don't choose one this time, honestly. Don't choose number 1 this time. Yeah, Jared McLean, you were so close.
Chris has played before.
Level 3 and died. I don't like that, Chocks. That means he went for it. Don't... Naughty!
And he played again.
What?
At episode 64.
And he level 1 and died. So
died.
Hopefully he's understanding what's up.
And I believe that is it.
Have you learned your lesson? If you get to level 1, just take the money, take the coins and run. Take the points. Take the points. Now, MAD, level 1 and died last week. Has he done before?
Not in recent times there. Episode 63.
Okay, he got to level 3 and he walked away with 3,000.
Yeah, totally very
respectable, you know. MAD level 3 and died. Yeah, I think he's learned his lesson since.
Right.
So he had beginner's luck, you know, the typical beginner's luck.
Yeah.
Level 3 then died, right?
Level 3 walked away.
Yeah. Level 3 then died, and level 1 and died.
No.
He didn't even make it to level 1. So I think he knows he's run out of all of that luck. So he better take, when he gets to level 1, he better be grateful and just walk away with that. So it's okay. This is going to be a we have 2 shy boys now. They've been, you know, one's bitten, now they're twice shy, okay? Yeah. It's going to be easy. They're going to walk away with 500, maybe 1,000, but they're going to run away. They're going to quit with that. I know what's up. But what they're going to do, MAD is going to make the same mistake again. He's going to go for hand number 1, but I'm telling you now, don't go for hand number 1 because there won't be one in there. Okay, just don't go for it, okay?
See? There's none in there.
None in there, okay? Just honestly, MAD, don't make the same mistake. Don't choose number 1 because I'm telling you, it won't be in that.
It won't be in there.
3 coins, 4 hands for a chance to win 500 war points. Chosen, you have a 75% chance. You want to go for hand number 1. Now don't do it, okay? Hand number 2, that's fine. Hand number 3, that's also fine. Or hand number 4, that's also fine. So you can, you know, let us know in the comments, MAD, which one you're going for. I've got Chris Medeiros. He says he's going for it. I was like, that now is it?
Hey, Ronald Jacob, what is ECC? That's Emerald CityCon. I believe you're talking about the convention, right?
ECCC.
Yeah, it should be ECCC.
MAD's gone for number 3.
That was quick. I trust you, Alex.
I can tell you, if you went for hand number 2, you would have got yourself 500 war points. If you went for hand number 4, you would have got yourself 500 war points. But you decided to listen to me and go for hand number 3, 3, 2, 1. I told you don't go for hand number 1. Be grateful for that information and walk. You know what happened last time. Don't go for it. If you are foolish and decide to go for round number 2, I can tell you that we have 2 coins, 3 hands. For a chance to win 1,000 reward points, you want to go for hand number 1, hand number 2, or hand number 3 for a chance to win 1,000. But I strongly recommend that you listen to the doctor's advice, and that's walk away. Walk away. Listen to Cassie B. Listen to James B. Sitting there on thousands and thousands of points.
Listen to the pros.
He's not thinking. He's just gone for 2.
Yeah, he was going straight for 2. Chris Kim, LOL, and then went for number 1. MAD number 2, followed by Larissa with 2, Terj 2, Thomas 3, and 4.
Well, I can tell you, MAD went for hand number 2. I can tell you, if you did go for hand number 1, you would have got yourself 1,000 reward points, but you decided to go 50-50, 3, 2, 1. Don't like it, Chocks.
Yeah, 50-50 time.
I don't like it. I'm going to be honest with you, Chocks. I don't like it. We have here, of course, the number 2. And that is the stage you're at, right? You've just completed stage number 2. Just walk away. Of course, we have flower. You have a 50-50 choice of flower versus
number
for a chance to win 2,000 reward points. Don't do it. Just walk away. Just walk away. Just walk away. Got 3 PM giving you the wrong news. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just walk away. 2,000, 1,000 reward points. You only need 5 to go. 1,000. It's like 20% of the way there. What? He's gone flower power.
Flower?
Has he not learned his lesson? He was there last week.
No, we were level 1 last week.
I know. Has he not?
So he's improved on last week.
I know, and now he's got this false sense of.
Yeah, he's got that. Because you reminded him the 3,000 points. You reminded him the 3,000 points, and he's like, I can do that again.
Here we go. Here we go.
Did he say walk away?
He didn't walk away.
Oh, okay.
He's going for flower power.
All right then.
Come on, number please. In yo. I bet you wish you took those 1,000 points now, face. Oh, do I not even see? Oh shit! I don't even share it properly. Oh. In your face! It's not even, you changed it. You hit it in your face. I watched the replay. The replay. How many points for? Oh yeah, no. Oh, Phil, can you give MAD? Oh no, wait a sec. No, I need to. Oh no. Let Medeiros see that and know. It's like it's like one of those.
He goes, I'm no runner.
It's like one of those. It's like that. It's like one of the. It's like Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom. Or it's like it's one of those things where you got to like do one of those. Is it the Temple of Last Crusade? No. It was the first one.
Temple of Doom, right?
No, it's not the first one. The first one was the Holy Grail. It's the first one, right?
Is it?
Isn't it?
I really can't remember.
I think it's the Holy Grail. It's the first one, right?
Right.
Or was it the Last Crusade? No, it was the Holy Grail, right? And then he goes into that thing with all the traps.
Right. And then switch that little gold thingy, yeah, with the bag of sand, yeah.
Right, yeah, like all these sort of things, and then you would walk across, and then you would get like your head sliced off and all that sort of stuff. Right. You let the first person go, and that first person's always going to be just like. and the second person usually just runs away because they know what's up, right? Medeiros is just seeing MAD just get annihilated.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Shit, that was it.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Nice one, guys.
Raiders, but was it Raiders of the Lost Ark or was it the Last? It was the Last Crusade that had the bit in it.
Last Crusade.
Where they drink the Holy and the Holy Grail. That's the Last Crusade.
That's the last.
Where they all like cut the heads off or something like
walks
that.
across the invisible.
All that,
In the invisible bridge.
It's like playing a game of Prince of Persia, right? Like that sort of stuff, right? And all I can say is, I think MAD, he should write #FREV whoops one more time, because it means much more to him for not walking away with those 1,000 points in your hand.
It's just type FREV.
No, that's another one. That's another one.
There's another one. Yeah?
That's MAG.
Oh, sorry. MAG. Wow. MAG so close.
So now Medeiros has seen someone just basically get taken out. Hopefully he's learned the lessons of the people ahead of him. Because CHOCKS, the definition of insanity is to do the same thing again and expect different results. So Chris, don't make that same schoolboy error that MAD did. Walk away with 500 or 1,000 on your merry way. Everyone's happy. Everyone's happy. Everyone knows their place. Everyone's okay.
Yeah.
The moment you start having thoughts, illusions of grandeur, that's where the problem is. Let's do it.
The sooner you walk away, everyone's happy.
Everyone's happy.
We get to go home early.
4 coins, 3 hands for a chance to win.
All right.
500 reward points.
All right, walk away, Chris.
At random. Absolutely. Do you go for hand number 1, 2, 3, or 4 for a chance to win, or 500?
Which one
points?
should he not trust? I mean, you gave advice to Mark,
right?
So you should give the same. Be respectful.
Okay,
the same
right,
courtesy. Yeah, be fair.
Okay,
Yeah.
As long as they don't throw that in my face afterwards and keep going. Right. So that's understanding.
Yeah.
So whatever you do, there is no coin in this hand. So you can choose hand number 1, 2. Don't choose this one or number 4. Now, would I lie to you, baby? Would I lie to you?
So Rebecca's gone for 2.
MAG was right. Icarus had illusions of grandeur.
Patrick has gone for number 4.
Brenton 3. I told you don't go for 3. What did I say? You guys don't believe me.
Now it says pick 2. James says 1.
James says 1, but there's only one that matters, and that is Medeiros. yes, you would. Look into my eyes. Can
Alright, there you go.
Oh, he's gone for it.
I
He
trust
trusts
you,
me.
Alex.
All right,
Yeah,
appreciate it. I
he's
said,
gone for
if you went for hand number 1, you would have got yourself 500 war points. If you went for hand number 2, you would have got yourself 500 war points. But in 3, 2, 1, you decided to listen to me. Would I lie to you, baby? Would I lie to you? You chose 4. Correctly, 500 war points. Do not bite the hand that feeds. 2 coins, 3 hands for a chance to win. 1,000 war points. Don't do it. Hand number 1, 2, or 3. Brenton Feeney, I don't trust you.
Or walk away.
I'm walking away.
Walk away with what? 500?
Yes, nice. Hey. It's like 5 weeks of feeding frenzies, and that's even if you're there.
And then you have another feeding frenzy after this stream.
Right.
So technically 600.
Boom. Thank you very much. Do not bite the hand that feeds.
Chris Kim says number 3. Taj says 2. John
If
says
you
3.
do decide to walk away with 500, because we're intimidating as fuck.
Justin 1.
No
Sarah
problem.
4.
Let's let us know what you would have gone for.
Cecile says 3.
I will only go for 1 more level. I swear I'm going for 3. Is this how you treat me? After I told... I can't believe it, CHOCKS. He's bitten the hand that feeds. I can tell you, if he went for hand number 1, he would have got himself 1,000 reward points. But he decided to go 50-50, and he went for hand number 3. 3, 2, 1. What did I say? Don't bite the hand that feeds. Don't touch the fire, because you're gonna find it's too hot for you. Oh, look, the fire. Oh, what's gonna happen? Oh, I'm telling you, Chris, the fire's hot. Oh, I don't know. Let's try it. No, Chris, seriously, the fire's hot. Don't touch it. Oh, I don't know. I'll just put my finger in it. Ah, it's hot. Yeah, no shit, it's hot. I told you.
Hold on, it's
Don't
true
do
though.
it.
It's true though. He says, what did he say? What's the message?
I told you.
He goes, I'll only go 1 more level, which is true.
Yeah, It's true.
I swear. So it's true. He only went for one level.
It's the way it is. That's the way it is. That's the way it goes.
Good game, guys.
GG. I love it, Chunks. Hey Phil, yeah, you don't have to do anything apart from give James B from last week because both people denied. Double denied, Chunks. Always a lovely cap to the end of the week.
Happy all around. Yeah.
Thank you. This Who Dat has been sponsored by Black Double denied. Obviously, I want to say thank you very much to both Chris and to MAD for being good sports. Of course, it's all a little bit of fun. Take it that way as well. I noticed that he hasn't responded because he's too busy. Oh, who? Is Materials about
Yeah, he only wants
you know,
there's a lot of things I want as well.
I know, it's just like...
But that's life.
Just one more time, just one more, and then it's just the straw that broke the camel's back, my friend. Just be happy with 500.
I'm gonna get you one day, Alex and MAD.
I love it. I'm like the final boss. I'm the final boss. You can't get past. I just 8K or nothing. Oh, so now we have another badass. Ooh, we got another badass in the house. Ooh. So who's on my list of I'm going all the way. So we got the only people I'm scared of. The only people I'm scared of, and that's two people who are too irrational right now. That, of course, is Neo D, and that is Britt Edwards. These two have done it to get. Britt Edwards actually went for 8, right?
Oh, I really can't remember.
I know Britt. I know. You know, you have people go, I'm going to go for it, I'm going to keep going for it, and they go for it, and that's fine, but they don't get to 8. They don't go for the 8. They don't actually go for the 8, right? I know Neo D did. I know obviously Alex did it, and I think Britt also went for it.
Britt,
or did she only go and
Britt
hit, or
Edwards,
go for 4? Yeah.
Yeah, last time she went to level 4 and died.
So level 4 is
2000.
So okay, so I'm not scared of Brit then, because they never went to level. No, there's a difference between getting
Angela,
the 4,000.
Angela.
Yeah, no, I like Angela. She, you know, that's fine. Yeah. She walked away with the 4,000 on the first, you know. So Brit did go for 8.
She did go for 8. Really?
That's what I thought. Why do we get an 8K or bust? I like it. She did. I thought she did go for it, but this one says you went for level 4.
Or maybe it's before that. Did you play before? Eh?
Maybe you miswrote it.
Have I?
No. I mean, maybe she got to level 4. 500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. What you mean is, what you probably meant was she got to level 4, and then she died.
She died.
So she got to level 5 actually, but died. Is what you meant to write. She got to level 5 and died. She got to level 5.
Just double check if there's any another Brit on there. Oh, that was on it. That was our only game, right?
Yeah, and that's a way to make an impact. And that's the thing, though, Chocks. When you get new people, you get crazies. You know, they go with the first. You know, so Brits all like, oh yeah, if I get it, I'm definitely getting 8K next time. And all this sort of like crazy talk because they've got so close. Then they go on again after waiting for so long. They're finally back in the hot seat, and then they die in the first level. Wow, then all of a sudden,
Vic remembered she completed 4K.
Yeah. So what you meant? She got to level 5 and died.
Who wants that 8? We should make a shirt. Whoever wins 8K.
But they get one for free.
Yeah.
And no points. I'll be up for that.
That shirt is worth, like, you know.
That's got to be true.
It's Holy Grail. Holy Grail.
Like, honestly, let's be true. If someone gets the 8K, there's 8K points. That's nice, but it's got to be something else, right? Maybe even like paying like money to make a special card, like a T-shirt, all that sort of stuff.
Like a little 8K pack.
Why not just actually just say, yeah, they get themselves 8 $100,000 worth of gold. I could say that because let's face it, no one's ever going to get there, Chuck. So they also get ownership of the company. What else do we throw in there? Fictitious stuff over there. You got nerdy little Pidgey. That's Brit right there. You lost on that. Oh, yeah. So you just wrote it. You wrote
typed it. Yeah.
Listen to Nana saying didn't select two. See, that is a textbook schoolgirl error. Always, never.
It's Nana saying. It's
Nana
saying. It's always Nana saying.
Absolutely. It's got written now. I wouldn't go higher than 2K. You see, Nana, has he actually? Yeah, he has played it.
He has played it.
He reached level 3 and died. That means he went for it. You lying, disgraceful. You're basically what you just had. All right, Chocks, some shoutouts.
Yes, right. So earlier in the week, guys, thanks for posting the IGN unboxing of our card. Yes, so much thanks to the guys over there, Brian and Max, for unboxing that. And yeah, that was the Twilight edition, I believe. Yes.
Aye.
Yes, came with lots of extras, extra sword, extra umbrella sleeve.
Aye.
So super exclusive.
So this one, Chocks, we got 101 Chocks. Just at the end.
Just at the end.
Just at the end. So 4 lucky winners. Is it 3 or 4? 3 lucky winners, yeah. 3 lucky winners next week.
I'm not changing. Oh, God, got to like
the best quality PC. You did go for more, Nana. You went for you got to level 3. You're not. I'm not quite sure about your terminology, about your interchanging about what they got to.
Why? No, it's been right.
Because you put Brit got to level 4 and then died. That means that she got to 4. Like she was on 2K and went for 4K and died. What you mean is she got to level 5 and died because she successfully cleared level 4. I don't want to see any 5ers. Anybody getting level 5, but I don't like to see it unless they walk. Should be 3 lucky winners.
And these are right. You reached level 2 and died.
And maybe you reached level 3 and died, correct. That's right. Reached level 2, but he didn't pass it. He reached it, but he didn't pass it.
He didn't pass it, yeah. Because obviously he had a chance to play it, so he did reach it.
Yeah.
But he walked with it. Walked away with it.
Indeed. With a bonus double flip.
What?
What? That's right. When she went for 8K, I gave her the double.
Did you?
The double. I'm like, F you! Absolutely. Absolutely. All you need to do is just look at your t-shirt, you know FRF is love and life, yeah? Unless you go for 8K, and then it's all nasty. The nastiness comes out then. Absolutely. Ay, caramba. It has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us this week. Of course, it has been Friday Q&A with Chocks and A number 107. We will be back at it again next week for episode 108. If everything goes smoothly, it will of course be the reservation stream for Snake SD. We do apologize that whoopsies, we didn't quite make it for this time round. Of course, I hope that that's going to be the case. I know the guys have been working hard behind the scenes to get those marketing materials approved for then. There will of course be a feeding frenzy within 15 minutes. Hopefully Stefan McNally's out there to do the Watchtower. Do join that to make sure you do not miss those posts.
And also, this week's design will go live after the stream. You just have to flip the switch. Do check it out.
Absolutely.
Do let us know what do you think of it. And if you do pick it up, make sure you get all these.
Get all 18. And you find the bonus cry. And what the fuck?
I tell you what, if you buy this and you get it, and you show us that you got it, and you get it all correct and stuff, maybe like from some.
I love that idea. As long as you got someone who's willing to actually go around and do that.
Yeah, don't worry. It'll only be you and me wearing it.
Absolutely.
Thanks for the link, Justina. That's right.
Gabriel, quickly put the hashtag in. Worry about it later. Just put in hashtag FRF. Whoops. Just do that quickly before we wrap up the stream, and you will find out afterwards what it's for. As always, guys, thank you so much. It is today the 15th of February 2019. Have a great day, America. Good evening to the Europe, to the EU, and of course, you should be sleeping Asia, and you should definitely be sleeping Australasia. What's going on, guys? We will be right back at it in the club, of course. Look forward to a few. I'm going to do a TT for something for Squid Sisters.
Yeah.
And some other stuff. And
is it Ico?
What?
Is it?
But then
Yakuza?
But then
is it?
But then the hope in Brendan's heart will get extinguished if I do it again and it doesn't. Because now he's like, there's unique 500 plus, or it's 98% of the OG.
Yeah.
Indeedy. Did Gabriel get it in before? Wait, see if he got it in. Did he get it in before? Well, you snooze, you lose. I'm the host, Alex.
I'm Chocolate.
FRF is love.
FRF is
We'll see you in the next one. Boom!